Yo, big up everyone, big up. Welcome back to Spurs Kings TV with your boy Ashmatic. Please make sure before we start the show, you are liking, sharing, and subscribing. But first of all, I want to thank everyone once again for showing that love, showing that support. And man, yeah, listen, we got a show for you today. Big up to the chat from early, man. Big up, man. Yeah, big up Ferg. I see Joe Boy in the building as well, man. Big up, big up. But yeah, without further ado, let's bring on those rivals, man. It's been a minute. I was away last week, but I'm back again. Toon, talk to me, man.
Oh, absolute privilege to be here. Big up to the chat. Big up to you, Ash. Another fantastic Wednesday of all the folks. I noticed that on the screen below it said road to 5K, but we've already done 5K. It should be now road to 10K. Do you know what I
them.
mean? We've
Tell them.
done the 5K because of you guys, you incredible chat. All the folks have been liking, sharing, subscribing, reposting, all the live chats. And we're gonna keep doing it until we get to that 10K, and then who knows where we'll go from there. So big up to you, Ash. Big up to the chat. Big up to all the folks that are here. God bless you guys.
Big up. Big up to Gabby as well. Abong Lahore. He's a big guy. Like, I respect his chat. But we'll get to that later, man. Stefan! It's been a minute.
Long.
Arsenal shirt,
Long
man.
time,
What's going
guys.
on? Like the champs. Like, you're the champion. What's going on? I see you in the Arsenal shirt, yeah? What's happening?
I'm just
It's in the
wearing
post. It's in the post.
I don't need to, I don't need to show off because we're gonna be champions again. So yeah. No need.
I get it. Normal settings. I hear it.
Yeah.
And look who we have here. Long returnee. Mr. Goats in the building. How you doing, sir? How are you doing?
I'm blessed. I thought it'd be time for me to, make my return. Yeah.
And what a time to come back.
I missed arguing with Stefan. Toon ran down on me in the real life. So
So meeting up with Ops and
he went up to me in real life when I was with my son. He's like, yo. Okay, about time to make my return.
Eric, man, you gotta be careful what you say on YouTube, man. Trust me.
Jeez.
And let me tell you guys out there, if you don't know, Toon he's a tall guy. I'm quite tall, but Toon is tall. I was like, okay, glad that we ain't got no static, we ain't got no smoke.
Honestly, I was thinking the same way. I walked through the coffee shop. He didn't see me. I saw him first. And before I looked up to God. I said, thank you, Lord. I haven't got any problems with this guy.
Big up, man. Hey, where to start though, man? Like, it's crazy. It's a massive window. Arsenal, obviously, they're getting their centre back. Saliba's out. I don't know, like, it's looking like a good option as well. What are you laughing for? What's going on?
No, Gokes is just shaking his head in disgust.
Huh? What's going on?
I've missed that. Gokes is shaking his head in disgust. I've missed that. Like, I just...
But yeah, anywho.
Big
We'll
up
keep
on you.
moving on. Yeah. So
The champ is here.
That's right.
The champ is here. My rhythm is off. My rhythm is off, man. I make shades, man. You know, it only goes halfway, and then it just.
Manchester United also.
Wait, guys.
Huh?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You're
can hear me.
clear. Have you got a new mic?
No, I just fixed the settings. That's all. But what I was going to say, though, it's nice to see. Hey, it's nice to see Esdri Konza join us today, man. Hey, it's nice to see Konza join us today, man. See, you're sunny for us today, man. That's cool, man.
It's crazy. Belieber looks like he's going towards Manchester United as well. It's good to hear everyone's thoughts on that. But I think the breaking news and the big news that everybody wants to hear about is my team, of course. We are linked to a certain Savinho and Mamouche, double bomber.
Yeah,
Let's start there, man.
Ash, did you manage to read how much you're gonna pay combined for them?
Right now, I don't care. See, man, apart from two, he don't know the pay cuts. He don't know the troubles of being on. Nobody knows the struggles. Bro, I almost died. You don't understand. I was on the championship. If I have to spend 400 million, to stay in this league, I'm gonna do it. And I apologize. Let me swap you guys around. Let me swap around. You know what I'm saying? You can't even see your face. But yeah, listen. I know what I'm doing. I'm funding the next man's dream. I hear it. Whether that be Enzo, who I don't understand that one, or a Boadi, a young boy, like it is what it is, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So look, what do you lot think, man? Like, I want honest thoughts, honest opinions. No order, but Gogs first. Go on.
Well, specifically about the Marmoush, but I'm just beside myself. I'm just beside myself. Like, we need a right winger. Marmoush is there.
The
He's
king,
out
the
of
prince.
You don't even want to.
I hear it.
You don't even want to bid for him. Egyptians have a
Go.
good record in the city, so that's one thing. But then on top of that, now I'm hearing sly whispers of forums that I'm a member of, that if you guys get Mamouche and Savino, you're no longer going to want Gakpo. So that means we won't have the money to get
Barcola,
who we
the
don't need.
dominoes. Oh, did he clock?
This is what I'm hearing just tonight.
Oh.
It's going to have effect.
So you need me. Sorry, carry on.
We need you, and then and we don't even really need Barcola. But that's even another story. But I definitely would take him.
Barcola.
Not at all. Well, I know actually we do. But like any list, right? When you've got a few things to do, what do? You write them all out and then you prioritize them. You list them. He's like number 5 on our list. It's crazy. As much as we've got 2 Arsenal fans here, let me just get it all out, by the way. I know this is just my introduction. Arsenal are disappearing into the horizon with their business. They've got a mediocre manager who is soon going to be propelled into the stratospheres of great managers imminently because we're just pure incompetence, and that's where we are, mate. So let me just get that all out. That's been quite therapeutic, but I just don't understand what's happening. I don't understand how Baliba's going to United, and we desperately need a DM. It's insane to me. The last DM we bought, by the way, was in 2018.
But wait, weren't you all so high on Gravenberch, the best midfielder in the league? Well, why do you need a DM if he's so good?
Gravenberch is significantly better than Declan Rice capability.
Of course, that's why you finished 5th and conceded so many goals.
Yeah, but then we won the league as well before you.
Yeah, and then you finished 5th.
What I'm trying to say to you is that although he has significantly got much more capabilities,
of course,
he's not a DM. So we need a DM. We don't need another midfielder. We just let Curtis Jones go. I don't mind. But anyway, like, I don't understand.
Where does he play? Can you remind me, Gopes, which position does he play?
This is how human I am, yeah? I don't understand how Baliba's going to United, how Mamouche is going to Spurs, how I don't understand what's happening. But let me just finish off on this, right? Let me just finish off on this before I hand over. If history is any precursor to the future, one thing I will say is that if there's any team in the world that can have a dead summer transfer window and still win the league, there's only 2. That's United and Liverpool. So, and that's proven. So with that, I'll pass over to Olu. And
no, Stefan.
You got the bad.
You don't want the Stefan smoke. Nah, you know, I'm gonna pass
Although he's been hiding for over a year. He's been hiding for over a year. Now he finally shows up.
Wait, actually, one second. I noticed something. Ash, why do you put the Bold Brothers at the bottom? Hey, what's the one?
Where there's one at top, man. Who you talking about?
I'm here. Yeah,
bro. You got a hat on.
I never say it. I ain't stop you. You can put a hat on still if you want. I'm not gonna lie to you.
In fact, it's a good idea. It's a good idea.
So what? We're talking.
Hey, come see. There you go. Look.
That's crazy.
All right, what are we talking? Are we going to talk Spurs first or Liverpool first?
Yeah,
who do you want to punch up?
Spurs.
Let's punch up Spurs. Listen, it's anything is good, all right? Just anything is good for Spurs right now. Let's be real. Like, you've got what? You had Richie Ladd, you had Tell, you had last year Colomwani. Like, to be fair, like I would be an upgrade right now if I could kick ball still, right? So it's a ridiculous amount you're paying. Was it 140, 100? 60, whatever
They
it
want
is.
supposedly they want 150 million from both of them.
Jesus. Chai. Anyways, but beggars can't be choosers. Like finishing 17th twice. What's going on?
Go
Finishing
on.
17th.
Sorry.
No, finishing 17th twice. Like if I was in that position, yeah, I want my club to break the bank. Even if these are not like necessarily the best players in the world, they have to be better than what you currently have. And also as well, there's something to be said about bringing in players who've been at the top level and trying to have that mentality get instilled into like the team that you've currently got. Now, granted, I wouldn't say Mamouche and Savino are like the rah-rah guys that will like get everyone G'd up, right? However, still bringing them in and just having that quality in terms of, or perceived quality in terms of they've been in a team that's challenged for the league numerous times. They've been around what is people consider the best coach. Just having that sort of personality in the dressing room is a good thing. Now, do I think that's gonna be enough? I've made this joke a couple of times where I say, like, the current signings for Spurs is Brighton level. To be honest, I think with those two signings, I'm just saying, though, if you look at some of the players, they play for Brighton, so it's like it's kind of Brighton level.
What Tonali?
Brighton, but wait, Brighton will never spend 100 million on a player.
Yeah, but that's what he's talking about is the level. He's not the quality.
So Oli, you don't rate Tonali. You don't rate Tonali.
Tonali ain't Brighton. No?
I just
Tonali's a really good player. Like, come on.
I don't see what people say. I think what I think happens, right? People say something and it becomes the consensus. And when I look at it, I'm like, what? It's like for me, it's like the same thing with Gyökeres. When everyone was going crazy about Gyökeres, and I said, this guy looks like
50-50.
No, 2 years ago.
I know what you mean.
After the first season, everyone's talking about
how everyone's doing follow fashion. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, follow fashion.
I think sometimes everyone do that, and he might get. I don't. I mean, anyways, no, Tonali might be a good player, but I just don't see the same.
Might be. Wait. Olu. So if Arsenal had signed Tonali, you would not have been happy.
I wouldn't have cared, to be honest. Like, you got to. Something about me is this, right? When players sign for Arsenal, if I don't know them or I don't believe they're that great, I'm not going to scream and shout and convince myself that they're better than they are. They've got to prove
what's your main? You got a main point though. You got a main point that you're trying to say. You're trying to drive home though.
Calling us Brighton. Yeah, he's saying we're Brighton.
No, you're Brighton. Oh, okay.
He's saying we're Brighton. He tried to skim over that. Disrespectful. Yeah. He's like, yeah, but Tonali. But they're like, no, he called man Brighton.
Hey, you finished 17th. They finished what? 8th. You should look at that as a sign of respect to be called Brighton right now. And I said today, you're now Bournemouth. Okay? That's the level you're now. You're Bournemouth. So you're the 6th place team.
Actually, I was going to say Van Heck. Whoops. Example. Yeah, cool. You're entitled to your opinion, bro. It's cool, man. You're arriving for a reason. You're arriving for a reason.
I'm happy to say. I'm always happy to be wrong. Like, if Tottenham prove me wrong, I'll say, hold my hands up and go, you know what? These signings were a lot better than they are.
But, okay.
So I don't think they're... Go on, sorry.
No. You know what? I'll do it later.
Go
on, Stefan. Go on.
No, in terms of, for me, if we're looking at the quality of the player, I completely agree with Olu. Marmouche is far better than anything Spurs have in their front line. The issue that I have is it just feels to me as if you're spending for the sake of spending at times, because I don't think Marmouche fits in the De Zerbi system. His best position is as a second striker playing off a main guy, which is Hugo Ekitike. And then on top of that, you guys don't play that type of system. Guardiola tried playing him as a touchline winger, didn't work. He tried playing him as a 9. Yeah, you could argue he worked at times, but he's not very physical. So, if teams drop into a low block, I don't think he'll be very, very good. And at the same time, I also think your system, which is very much about controlling the ball possession based, I don't think that suits his strength. His strengths, if you watch him at Frankfurt, is running into space, transitions, quick passes through the lines where he can run. And you guys don't
like an Areola kind of ball.
Like Newcastle under Eddie Howe, for example. For me, he would have been great. But I don't know, like Savino, I've said this in the group. I think it's absolutely nuts that you guys are paying 60 to 65 million for this guy. I have No idea why, and I think a big sign of that is nobody else is interested in him. You have had no links to Savinho apart from Spurs. So, the other transfers, I disagree with Olo. I think Tonali is a top signing. I would have loved him at Spurs. Did we get the better midfielder from Newcastle? Listening to Newcastle fans, yes. So, I rate Bruno Guimaraes extremely highly, so I'm happy that we got him. But they've done business, that they've improved their squad. The only issue where I think they didn't actually improve by investing is their defense. I don't rate Van Hecke every time I've watched him for Brighton. He continuously makes mistakes. I really don't think he's, whenever I read stuff like what Liverpool fans used to talk about Trent, which is, oh, he's a great passer, he's this, when he's a defender, that just tells me let's ignore the fact that he's not a very good defender and focus, on other aspects of his game that are not related to defending. And so when I hear about Van Hecke being a great passer and being good on the ball and passing it through the lines, okay, but you look at some of his mistakes, and even in preseason, I saw some clips on Twitter where in the preseason games he made some defensive, very similar to Romero, where he pushes up really high, leaves space in behind, and yeah. So for me, Senesi, I like Senesi. He's on a free.
Mistakes, but
yeah, but for me,
why are you talking about yourself like that though? You're gonna be playing for Arsenal soon. Just stop, man.
Right, man.
Yeah. So for me, I think as your attack currently was, I would say, a relegation to championship level attack, so anybody would do, but you have to avoid the spending money for this kind of, okay, they're from Man City, but that doesn't mean they're guaranteed for, like, Savinho has done nothing in the Premier League for you to warrant paying that much money. So I have no idea in terms of how it work. I'm very much on the fence here. Like, I'm not saying it's the worst signing in the world, but I have a feeling that Marmoush is not going to fit as a number 9 at Spurs. That's just my opinion.
Okay, cool, man. I'm gonna leave it with 2, and your final estimation of the pairing.
Too, can I just ask you a question based on something Stefan just said? We know, like, he makes outlandish statements, but is Bruno better than Tonali?
Yeah.
Every Newcastle fan says it.
Wow, I wouldn't have said that, but okay.
Shock.
I was gonna say this, or actually, some of my Mush I didn't say. He's a shooter. That's one thing you're gonna have. He wraps the ball from long shots. So if there's one thing at least you're gonna get from him, is that he will take a shot if the gap exists. So that level of unpredictability is probably a good thing for Spurs as well.
What are you on about, Olu? Tell shoots all the time. It's just into Rosie.
Yeah, but Mamouche is a better shooter than him, so there you go.
Yeah, he is. I think he is.
De Zerbi plays that 4-2-3-1. Typically, obviously, it's fairly fluid. It makes sense with what you already got. You got a really good double pivot with Mateus Fernandes and with Tonali. I think Mateus, I keep on saying, I think he's going to be the star of the show when it comes to everything. I think he's the best buy for Tottenham. Someone who can play for all phases. It makes sense in terms of, obviously, Savinho and of Mamouche. Mamouche will be in that number 10. I assume Gakpo will play centrally. So you have really good, flexible forward line, pace, players that can run in behind. Gokes will know more than me. I think he can play decently with his back to goal, Gakpo, when he can, and kind of lay off those shots as well. Mamouche's movement is really, really, really good. People underestimate that. And as mentioned before, can shoot inside the box, outside the box. If you see in his metrics as well, he's got elite touches within the box, which shows you that he can find space. So this whole thing about, can he play against low blocks? Yeah, I think he can. He can do it very, very well. I think when you get Savinho, I think he's got the raw tools to become an exceptional winger. I think people are too harsh on young players nowadays. He can play left or right. I assume he's going to play on the right for you. But there is that flexibility on the left, actually. Sorry, on the left. You're on the left, and you have Kudus on the right. So you have those guys there, and obviously he's already got the understanding of Mamouche. He will learn it with Gakpo. I think in terms of their centre backs, I know that people will criticize their forward. It's going to be adventurous. It's going to be fun down the right hand side of Van Heck and Poro, but they are here. De Zerbi's here to win. He's not here to defend. He's got 38 games. He's not got too many domestic competitions, so he can afford to take risks in games, and that's what he's doing. So I think it makes a lot of sense for Tottenham. It is like a huge, like, it's like you can't go any further than that in terms of like wages, money, and everything else. Like, it has to work. There's no, that's what I'm looking for. There's no margin for error. I've gone from saying there's a little bit of a margin for error to now, okay, there's no margin for error. This is a Champions League team that you're building literally one transfer window, which is fair, which is fine. So that's where Tottenham have been mostly for the past 20 or so years. So it makes sense.
That's an interesting point you also made there, like about the Champions League thing. I mean, obviously not having any Europe this season, it means that there's rules around finances they don't have to adhere to.
Yeah.
Which is why they're obviously able to spend. But it'll be interesting to see if they're gambling on making sure that Spurs make it to the Champions League again this season with the amount they're spending, because like we joked around, but like was it almost 400 mil? And I know Spurs
it's gonna be net, because Spurs fans like to talk, like the loser Liverpool fans like to talk about net spend. You know, if you combine net spend now with just 150 million, they've spent, I think, 220 million.
So
if I'm not mistaken, net spend.
With SCR, net spend doesn't matter. It's just about your amortization. It's about wage.
And then and they have to take into account that if they don't get into the Champions League is 70%, whilst in the Prem it's 85.
Have you heard about the name stadium rights deal that they got with Nike?
That's just, we've been hearing about the name stadium rights
it's happening
for 3 years.
Bro, it's happening. Have you not seen it?
Is it official?
It's happening, bro. It's happening.
Okay. They've been saying it's been happening. Ash can tell you this. The Spurs like rumors have been saying they're gonna sign. There was the Amazon sponsorship deal. Like last year, there was the Google one. I think a year and.
But don't you think Spurs are spending like? Don't you think Spurs are spending like they're gonna get money? Like, why would they be crazy if they got no money and they're just spending it?
But why you as a big company would give them a massive sponsorship deal when they're currently
a huge club.
Champions League?
They're a huge club. They're a global club.
Yeah, but they've been 17th the last 2 years. Why would you leverage that now?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, when you look at it, okay, if you, for example, last week we were talking about Sports Direct and what Mike Ashley did when he put the logo on the stadium, right? But I'm just saying, like, if you think about it this way, the Premier League is the biggest footballing like league in the world in terms of just viewership, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if Spurs is 17th or 4th. They get a lot of TV, like they get shown on TV a hell of a lot. You stick a logo on the stadium, it doesn't matter what position they're in. That camera pans up and shows it, you're getting free sponsorship. So it's not just a case of where they finished, it's also a case of the fact that the eyeballs of the world are on the Premier League, and Spurs, as bad as they've been, are still, same way when Arsenal were really bad, we still had Emirates sponsor us because they know that actually the value of the team, regardless of position, is really high.
Yeah, that's true. But the rumors are that it's the biggest stadium sponsorship deal in history, which I think is bullshit, because no big company is gonna give them such a massive sponsorship deal.
That's just the market. That's just inflation. Prices going
up. It's not because Chelsea have had the same issue where they overvalue, like Spurs themselves, and haven't had a shirt sponsor for now 3 years because of position.
Tottenham aren't Chelsea. Like, this is. I think
they're very similar.
I think your hate for Tottenham is like clouding your judgment here. Like, just look at them as if you just break down their
Chelsea are a bigger club than Spurs, no?
But you look at
the and Chelsea, because of their poor results the last 4 years.
Do you know there's
you got to separate Spurs from their stadium. So exactly. This is where I disagree with Olu. Yes, the Premier League has massive viewership, but viewership isn't split equally, which is why you'll hear a lot of Liverpool fans complain about the fact we have so many early kickoffs, because when it comes to those games that are going to be put nationwide, globally, not nationwide, globally, the Premier League knows, okay, there's about 6 or 7 clubs that are going to really up our viewership if we put it on. And unfortunately, Spurs aren't one of them. But when I say that, in my opinion, when I say you have to differentiate Spurs from the stadium, from the club, the last 3 huge events haven't at the Spurs Stadium haven't been their games, and the last 2 times I've been to Spurs Stadium, there wasn't a game playing. So they've got this unique platform whereby international events, they're definitely not going to be shown at Stamford Bridge. They're not going to be shown at Anfield. They're going to be shown at Tottenham Hotspur now because of all of the facilities and so on and so forth, and the fact it's based in London. So the sponsorship really is about Beyonce's coming to perform. You know, our name is in the
Jay-Z.
Or Jay-Z, or Jay-Z.
September.
Guys, this is not true.
I went to see the last 2 times I went there. One was an NFL game, which was huge, completely packed out, and they didn't go to any other stadium. But go on, Stefan. I see your issue.
Sorry, but this isn't true, because the sponsorship deal that you just said that they take into account the concerts, the NFL, and stuff like that. When the NFL happens, they don't take into account. The name is the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium because the NFL does all of its sponsorship deals together, which includes the stadium deals in the US. So even if it's called Pepsi Stadium, if Spurs sign a contract with Pepsi for the stadium sponsorship, when it comes time to the NFL Gokes, they're not going to call it, they're not going to announce, and the New England Patriots are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Pepsi Stadium. No, they're going to say the New England Patriots are playing at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, because the NFL always does its deals indoors. They do not allow teams. So this is not particularly true. Where you guys, I think, misunderstood me is the size of the deal. Of course, Spurs can get a very nice deal like Arsenal did when they were crap, but I'm talking about you need to have a certain no big entity or company is going to agree to give you the biggest commercial deal of all time when your brand is currently dog shit, which the Spurs brand is that. If you look at it, forget the commercial value only. I'm talking about I'm talking about the appeal of it. If you look
I hear what you're saying.
If that's true, why is it that the biggest boxing event that happened last year happened in Tottenham Stadium?
What is that?
When they were almost relegated.
But wait, Gokes, are you paying for the stadium, or are you paying to use the brand and the salience of the brand of Spurs? Which one are you? You're paying for Spurs
it's not shirt sponsor here, it's a stadium sponsor. I mean, we're talking about football finances right now, but it's like I looked at the number of games just in the UK showed, right? Spurs had 24 games, and that was only behind Manchester United, Newcastle, which is weird, Chelsea, Villa, Manchester, Arsenal, and Liverpool, and Man City. Yeah. So there's still a team that gets shown on TV quite regularly in the UK itself.
I'll give you my example.
Steph, one last thing. The price of the brick is going up. So what it was when
I like it. That's a Marlon Stanfield shit.
But what people were paying for 10 years ago for the rights is just going up. Everything's going up. The transfer fees are going up. Wages are going up. TV rights, how much you're going to pay in the next 2 years is going to go up as well. So even if you're looking at saying it's the biggest now, in 2 years' time, it won't be the biggest anymore, because another team will say the market has changed because Spurs have changed the market. Don't look at hey, listen, you fake Nigerian, yeah?
Look, can I just say, Stefan, big up, man, man. Thank you, man. It's just a pleasure to be here, and I'm so sorry I'm late. I know, Stefan, I know you didn't do business in school, innit? So you don't understand a good investment when you see one. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tottenham is one of the best investments in world football. Let's just put our kind of rivalry and biases aside.
Wow.
Tottenham, with the fan base, with what we've done off the field, is an attractive investment. Hence why nobody is surprised that were getting this type of money. The issue has been, which I think you were trying to articulate, but you couldn't, so I'll do it for you, is that the last piece of the puzzle is what needs to be finished, which is that Spurs need to sort out their starting 11. But remember, when Daniel Levy was at the helm, the value of Tottenham is £5 billion, 1 billion short of Manchester United's value, who is the biggest club in world football. So if we are given what we've done, oh my God! Once we fix up our starting 11, we simply become the biggest club in the UK, just on the fact that we've got the concerts, we've got the go-karting, all the things that people banter us for is what is enabling us to spend the money that we're spending now.
Yes, right now, because your wages compared to your revenue is low, but you keep giving out 200K a week to Conor Gallagher's, 300K a week to Omar Marmoush. You keep buying these type of players, and we'll see if you can continue spending if you don't make Champions League every year. Because
we will make Champions League. That ain't a problem. We've got De Zerbi at the helm. But I just want to thank the likes of Jay-Z.
He's never made Champions League in his career.
I just want to thank the likes of Jay-Z who's about to do his thing. You get me? Because that all helps. Do you know what I mean? And you know, if you're coming to the stadium to come and watch Jay-Z do his thing, yeah, thank you for your P as well, because you're contributing towards my club's success. That's the truth. So I can't.
Rock Nation.
Yes. Do you know what? Just to wrap this finance talk up, I just think Spurs are spending heavy now. I don't think they're going to repeat that same amount next season. Although I'm not saying all of these signings are going to bang. Do you know what I'm saying?
Why not?
Therefore, the following season, I'm just saying, therefore, the following season, we might fix maybe 1 or 2 positions or 3 positions.
Why would, if De Zerbi, if you know the manager that we have,
what do you have? What is so special about this coach?
Steph,
what is please explain to me?
Let me tell you what it is. You're uncomfortable, innit?
I'm uncomfortable.
You're uncomfortable at the fact that we're coming for you, bro. Like, real talk. You got a target.
Why is Arsenal uncomfortable?
I want to clip that. Someone clip that.
You're uncomfortable because you got a target.
Big up here, man.
No, wait, guys, please. I want Deji to explain to me why Arsenal are uncomfortable from 17th place Spurs.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Let me explain. We saw a Man United team finish 16th, end up finishing 3rd.
Yes,
let me be real with you, Stefan. I am one of the most shameless brothers, as you know. I don't give a damn if we play one game every 2 weeks. If it means that we get Champions League football, I could give a damn. So for me, given that we are playing 1 game a week, under De Zerbi, under the Zerbi ball, we are more likely. But the one thing I wanted to say about my manager, De Zerbi ain't here.
The Messiah.
De Zerbi's not here thinking, oh, this is a massive club. Oh, I really hope I do a good job like Thomas Frank. The brother's here to win titles straight. That's why we're spending the money that we're spending. If we didn't spend that money, he would have ducked out the building. So that's what I'm saying to Ash. What makes you think he ain't going to spend it again? We need a top boy striker. Yeah, we're looking at the likes of Osimhen. Yeah, if Osimhen says, you know what, come through, Tottenham are going to spend the money, 350, 400 grand a week, because that's what it's going to take. And I reckon under this new leadership, we spend it.
Deji, I hate to back Stefan in any way, shape, or form, but you haven't explained why Arsenal would be scared of Tottenham.
Have you seen that?
You know what it is, bro?
Have you seen that Sky Sports?
I haven't explained. It's difficult. Sorry, my bro. Just 1 second. It's difficult to see it now because the season hasn't started yet. But let me tell you, when the season starts,
squint your eyes.
In our mind, logically, Arsenal's the strongest team. Arteta, look at their squad, rare. When we start to see De Zerbi cook, that's when people are going to start to wake up. And I really do think Tottenham have a special manager in this De Zerbi, brother. And that's why I know with the 1 game a week, we're going to be competing with Arsenal this season. I'm not saying we're going to win, but we're definitely going to be rubbing shoulders.
Wait. What does competing with Arsenal?
Guys, it's the 19th of August, 2026. Just timestamp it. 10:49. Ian, I know you wanted to say something, but
Deji, why do you do this to yourself? Why?
Bro,
I can't lie. You set yourself up with that one,
bro.
You set yourself.
No, but I haven't even set myself up, bro. Do you know what it is? Can I be real?
You set yourself.
Someone said this to me the other day, bro. You see, with football, it's not complicated. If the managers and the players do their job, you get what you need to get. Thomas Frank wasn't the guy that a lot of Spurs fans were shaking their bum for. I wasn't shaking my bum for him. I thought
you said you finished higher than United. I only come on once a year, and when I was on, you said about a year ago we're gonna finish higher than United.
If Thomas Frank did his job, because I actually
what
said,
does that mean? What does if Thomas Frank did his job?
Let me even make it worse. Last season,
on his day,
could finish third. I'm going to put my hand up.
Okay, of course.
However, listen, Tottenham did not finish third. United did, which means it was possible. It was possible to go from 16th to third.
Yeah, but
United team, let's be real, is fully dust. That was a fully dusty team. I'm not going to lie to you. So crap, rubbish team. I think if Zerbi gets Tottenham ticking the way we believe he's going to be ticking, I think it's fair to say Tottenham should be pissed if we don't get a championship.
Okay. Wait, guys.
Someone's messing with their microphone, by the way. Someone's microphone.
I reckon it's Ian still. I can't lie.
Ian.
Definitely.
I think it is mine. Let me see.
It is you, Ian.
Yeah. It is yours.
These once a year what's up the team, bro? Where's the professionalism, bro?
Okay. Deji.
Your mic's good. Try again.
Try again, bro.
Try again, Ian.
I think he's lagging as well.
Yeah.
He's on.
This guy's slipping.
Listen, if you want a referral for broadband, I can send you a referral. You know.
No, okay.
No, Olu, you're the worst.
Yeah. You're on mute.
Yeah. I got community fiber. If you want it.
I'm using.
Guys.
I'm gonna jump off the street. I'm gonna.
Yeah. Jump out. Yeah.
Gage, what's up, Gage?
No, hold on one second. Can we show some respect to Wobo?
Don't worry, I'm a virgin media, bro.
Big up to this.
Wobo job.
Big up, Wobo.
Pull it up so that everyone sees what this brother, from the first comment to the second to the third.
That's my guy.
Brother knows what he's talking about.
Is that you?
He said the core business logic behind EPL Stadium sponsor centers on media impressions, Halo alignment, and long-term ecosystem.
What's Halo alignment mean? That sounds good, but what Halo alignment means?
It means very good.
It means
we're a safe bet. That's what it means. We're a safe bet.
Yeah, Halo alignment is a fancy look at me, I'm really smart term for basically they connect the whole business together. So the off the field stuff connects so if they have on field success, it connects to their strategy of having off field. Okay. That's what it means.
Let me read the other bit. So rather than viewing a stadium as physical real estate, brands evaluate it as a content generation hub that embeds their name into global broadcast commentary.
Yeah, which every single club does.
I know Wobojog personally. I
love Ditchy, man. He knows it. These guys are trying to have a sensible conversation.
Oh, you wanted to read everything?
Is it that bit as well? Oh no! Oh, that bit was a bit wrong. Sorry. But for guys,
I just wanted to say something. There's something very wise, because Deji was talking about what Spurs can do, and there's something very wise man once said. Gary Lineker. He said, football is a simple game. 22 men on a pitch play football, and in the end, Spurs are shit.
Wait. I just want to add that since you compared the Man United experience last year, and that's why you can transition so well this season. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me one player on your team that is as good as Bruno Fernandes, Mbeumo, or Cunha? Tell me one player.
Wait. Who's this knight? Wait, who's this Knight of Universe? Because he's saying some seriously sus messages right now.
bro, I'm not doing that up, though.
He's the evolution. He's the final evolution of an Arsenal fan. That's all that's missing. He's the final stage. He's the final.
That's a Newcastle fan if I've ever seen one.
Nah,
how were the lads in the winner?
There you go. That's what you want to see. Look, there you go.
What do you say?
Read it. Can't read. Can't read.
Jeez, Louise.
That talk is wild, bro. Anyway. Yeah. So you were saying, sorry.
No, Deji, answer, please. Who is currently on your team as good as Bruno Fernandes or Mateus Cunha or Brian Mbeumo? Who is better than these? Because you just said you can redo the Man United season last year.
Bro, it's not about comparing those players with our players, because even when those players came in, none of us predicted that United would finish third with them players.
I did.
No, none of us saw it. You're a madman, so that we already know.
No, I didn't say top three. I said Champions League. What I will say to you, there are three things I think in football that you need. You need a consistent team, which
you need rhythm. You need rhythm, and you need a good manager. Last season, Tottenham didn't have the consistency because of the injuries. We didn't have any rhythm because even under Postecoglou, we were chopping and changing all the time. The same with Thomas Frank. That was Thomas Frank's MO. We kept chopping and changing, and the managers weren't good. Under De Zerbi, we will have... Yeah, but he's going to have
inconsistency with Zerbi if you get injuries. You're
right, but I think that De Zerbi showed with minimal tools that he's able to find a way to get the win, which Thomas Frank just
barely survived. Bro, you barely survived.
Brother had 7 games.
But they survived. That's the main thing. They survived.
But that wasn't like Spurs surviving relegation.
If Gabriel, but Stefan, if Gabriel put away that penalty, would you be saying we barely won the Champions League, or would you be saying we won the Champions League?
Wait. How are you comparing?
Because
expectation. No, it's not the same. I get what you're trying to say, but
do you guys say what I'm saying? Do you guys get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but Spurs shouldn't be commended for surviving relegation. Like that.
That's
not something you should go up and say, "Oh, he did so well. He got." They're supposed to survive.
Take it from a survivor. Take it from a survivor. Take it from a survivor. If your manager keeps you from relegation,
Destiny's Child.
But one thing I'll say is what Deji's doing is what a lot of Liverpool fans are doing right now at the same time, right? You're making future predictions about how your new manager is going to perform in a new team. So a lot of Liverpool fans are saying, "Oh, Iriola plays this front foot, high press, just like Klopp. Ergo, we're going to finish in the top 3 because with Klopp, we were challenging. Because what's his name does the same thing. And look at what he did with Bournemouth. So if he translates that, but that equation for me is an unbalanced equation. It doesn't mean that. So what you're doing is saying because of these factors that De Zerbi will now suddenly jump up 15 places.
You're right. But where there's a slight nuance in it, though, if you don't mind me saying, is that we saw De Zerbi at work in the last 7 games of the season, and compared to what we had before, we saw, and I'm looking at Ashmatic, we saw a marked improvement in performance, even though the personnel quality dropped.
Did we, Ash? Did we?
Now, what I'm now saying with Liverpool, why Liverpool can't shake their bum for Iriola, is what I'm saying is, could Iriola be Thomas Frank in disguise? I'm not saying Iriola is not a good manager, but I'm saying, can Iriola handle the media pressure? The expectation that you're no longer the underdog. He ain't going to get any thanks for every 3 points you man pick up. He's not. That's expected. That's a different kind of thing. And that's what Thomas Frank did. That's what Thomas Frank didn't realize. Where he was the underdog and you're commending him for getting a point against United or a win against Arsenal. Now you're getting a point against United. That's just, get to work. And so the scrutiny, I think people underestimate the level of media scrutiny. And that's my fear for Iriola. I think whether Iriola is successful or not at Liverpool, I will still say he's a good manager. And I think that's what finished Slot.
But wait,
Slot couldn't under the pressure. That's the truth.
But then, aren't you concerned also that De Zerbi has never experienced such scrutiny? Because don't give me the actual scrutiny of him surviving relegation. There was no pressure. Everybody was like, "Oh, De Zerbi, you came into there was no
I disagree with that.
There was no pressure on De Zerbi specifically because they all agreed that he joined a sinking ship. So 100%. If De Zerbi had got them relegated, they would have said, "Oh, it's not De Zerbi's fault. The club is run like shit." If he did save them, he's the Dark Knight. He's a hero. Yeah, he's a hero. Now he's spending. Now he's spending 500 million. 400, whatever, 300, 400 million. Spending a ton of money. They've completely backed him to the hilt. They've given him a massive contract, which I think he doesn't deserve whatsoever, and a lot of power. And now he has expectations, which for me, if you make this deal with Man City, top 6 for me is minimum. So
I agree.
Okay, and so De Zerbi, I've seen him deal with the media, deal with other coaches when things don't go his way. He's not the most, how can I say, the most level-headed person in the world.
People kind of leaning into that space, but let me tell you the factor that I like about De Zerbi even more than these other managers that surround us, because Liverpool, Alonso, all these men, they're all in the same boat. He's a fighter. So one of the things that I saw he did at Marseille was he made it a thing where he wanted Marseille to beat PSG. He said, let's go toe-to-toe with these men and see what we can do. And I know that I swear with Marseille, I think he beat PSG.
He lost 5-0 against them.
That's a bad example.
Yeah, he lost. And then that's what caused him to want to quit.
The point I'm trying to make, though, is that because he's so competitive, and he's got that kind of fighting spirit, that's what's going to push Spurs up. Where we had Thomas Frank saying we're guaranteed to lose bare games, this brother's like, nah. And I think his mentality, he's a winner. We're not sure about Iriola. Iriola can't come with chest to Liverpool.
What example you use? You know that De Zerbi got sacked directly after that match. I don't know much.
No, Gokes. No, he didn't.
He lost 5-0.
No. He didn't get sacked. He threatened to quit, okay, because he always does, because he's a diva in every single place he's been. They managed to convince him to stay. Then the results went to complete shit, and then supposedly it was a mutual termination one month later.
It was after the 5-0. It was after the 5-0 loss against.
Yeah, it was after he threatened to quit. Everybody was saying he was gonna quit. He stayed on for I think another 3 weeks, and then they mutually agreed to actually terminate. So he quit. Basically, he quit because he didn't. Even though they signed all of the players he wanted, they had one of the biggest transfer windows in Marseille's history, and he quit. He also quitted Brighton because he did well with. The thing that I'm concerned about is in a weaker league with Brighton. Go have a look at the team where he finished 6th. Far better than the current Spurs team, even with all the the actual signings, and he finished at highest 6th. And then he couldn't deal with the fact that Brighton wouldn't agree with him to change their policy, because just like Enzo Maresca at Chelsea, he felt a little bit big for his boots. So he thought, oh, I'm gonna start to impose my own. And then because he didn't get what he wanted, he quit. So get ready, Deji, the moment the pressure hits and the tide turns, because it will turn.
That's a bad example to use. But as a Rivals fan, one thing I will say, I'm more, if we're talking about new managers in teams, and I know De Zerbi's been there a little while, but I still consider him to be a new manager. I'm more worried about Alonso. I'm more worried about Carrick at United than I am about De Zerbi at Spurs.
Why?
Because I think Alonso's doing some really shrewd things. I think that him buying experience, I've not seen this.
Henderson and Welbeck, that worries you?
I see what he's trying to. I see what he's doing. I completely see what he's doing. Not their balling ability. I'm not worried about Welbeck, although he did play well when they played us. But everyone smashed us. But I'm not worried about those particular players. But I see what he's doing. I see exactly what he's doing in terms of the backroom balance and what people bring to the team. I'm not saying they're going to do well. I'm just letting you guys know, whether you care or not, that as a rival fan, I'm less worried about De Zerbi and Tottenham.
Oh yeah,
what they're doing then I am worried about Alonso or Carrick. Carrick was top of the form table at the start of the year. You know, beat Arsenal. They don't like to admit that. Beat City. You know what I mean? At their peak, I'm more worried about him starting to cook than I'm ever worried about De Zerbi, to be perfectly honest. So I don't see that although you got one game a week, I don't see that being something where I'm thinking.
I'm gonna get straight to it. Go on, Ollie. Sorry, go on.
I'm just gonna say a couple of things, just
all
very
this Tottenham
quickly.
talk.
So I know it's 55
Sometimes
minutes.
it gets like that. Gets like that.
55 minutes.
They love you. Continue.
It is Spurs Kings, though. To be fair, it's Spurs Kings.
I was going to say,
don't worry, we'll get to Newcastle. Don't worry, we'll get.
That's going to be at like 2 o'clock in the morning. No, it's a couple of things. I'm going to say with the Chelsea thing, it kind of reminds me of us bringing in the likes of David Luiz. That sort of presence of an older person who's trying to stable the ship, which is important for them, especially with all the red cards and all the they went through last season. So it's quite shrewd in terms of that. The funny thing about Alonso for me is just that everyone talks about the season when he won the league. No one ever talks about the season after, where they didn't win the league
or
and
before
had a
that,
and then Real Madrid after. So that's just one thing. On the Spurs thing, the one credit I'll give to Spurs to what they're doing is they're building it in the image of De Zerbi. Now that can be dangerous in the sense that obviously sometimes when you buy players for a manager, we've seen someone like United, what has happened in terms of you have a mishmash. But the one thing you can at least say now is that they're going where De Zerbi is going. The players that are coming in seem to be the players that he wants, and he seems to be driving the ship in terms of that. Previously, it was Daniel Levy that was driving the ship, right? It was him that was making decisions whether to bring players in or not. I mean, he was identifying the players, negotiating the prices, and deciding whether or not to pay that price. At least you could say, look, if it blows up spectacularly and De Zerbi leaves, at least Spurs have tried to actually back a manager 110%.
Right. Can I just say one thing though? I think David Luiz was a terrible example.
It's a brilliant example.
I know I'm jumping on everyone's examples today, but let's have some.
You're here.
Let's have some decorum.
It's because I called you Konza. It's because I called you Konza.
Wait. I think Jorginho would have been a better example. That is someone who was in the twilight of his career. You brought him into the team, not going to start every single game, but he brought a lot of stability.
I hear that. But the reason why I use Luiz rather than, and Jorginho's a great example, is that Jorginho came in a time when Arsenal were already established, right? We're already finishing second in that point. Right? No, but we were second, right?
Listen to Stefan, you weren't winning nothing.
Well, we were second, so we were at least an established sort of top runner, right? Whereas when Luiz came in, is when we were 8th.
We were.
And you look at Chelsea, they were 8th last season. That's why I'm using.
No, but that's not true. When David Luiz came in, we had finished 5th the previous year. We're almost gone Champions League.
Okay, when I say
what stage are Spurs at then?
I told you, Bournemouth.
Damn.
I think Spurs are. It's an interesting one because I think what Spurs are doing is you're trying to skip a couple of stages. You've nosedived heavily in the last 2 years. And what typically a team will do is, maybe get some development players around, some experienced players around here and there, try to be smart and kind of build over time, 3-4 years maybe, or 2-3 years. Spurs are saying, forget all of that. We're going to the Champions League this season. So we're skipping 1, 2, 3 steps, whatever it is, to get to where we're going to, which I kind of see why, because you've already got you've got the infrastructure of a Champions League team, right? So we've already talked about all that other stuff. So you can sustain all of that. I'm not taking.
Stefan's a
like
pure hater.
I don't care. I just think I don't care.
I'm a hater.
I'm not going to be. I think it's just because I've done the shows with Ash and others. I had to do the research and they have an infrastructure.
You're always positive about everyone.
No, it's not positivity. I've read their finances. Ash will tell you. Like we both went through it. Like I can't lie to you.
What does their finances do with them getting Champions League this year?
They're making it. I said they've got the infrastructure to miss a couple steps on in terms of developing a team and go straight to developing a Champions League team because they've got the infrastructure and the finances. They do that. It's not a lie. There's a reason why Nike are looking to give them £1 billion for it. Like it's just there for it. So I think that's what the stage is. I think Spurs on the stage where they're trying to get in the Champions League this year. I don't know what you call that stage, what you call that phase, the bounce back of the year. I don't know what it is. I think that's what maybe something like that. But I think that's what Spurs are trying to do.
So Tottenham going to outperform Newcastle this year.
Say that again. So I can't hear
Tottenham going to outperform Newcastle this year.
Oh, good.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Big up Jay, man. Let's hear Jay's for it.
Oh, big up Jay. Big up Jay.
I was listening. I was listening backstage, and I like how I always say I like how Stefan catastrophizes everything for everyone else, but with Arsenal has the most about it. So let's just deal with Stefan's lies. First and foremost, lies about De Zerbi. So first and foremost, right? Okay, so anyone see that article recently about Marseille's chairman stripping Højbjerg of the captaincy?
Yeah.
Anyone see that?
Yeah.
But this is the man that Stefan expects De Zerbi to just work for, like calmly, just like.
Wait.
Hold on. No nuance.
Wait. You're missing context. Why did he strip
nuance?
Let
him go. Let him go.
He's missing.
No nuance about why De Zerbi might want to leave. No nuance.
But this isn't
Stefan,
true.
this is your problem.
It doesn't matter if it's not true. You can rebuttal after.
You immediately go to the point. You immediately go to the point that will validate your opinion. Confirmation bias. Yeah. De Zerbi was the best manager Marseille's had for however many years. Yeah. Made them have the highest finish they've ever had. Brighton, De Zerbi, highest finish they've ever had. Sassuolo, De Zerbi, highest finish they've ever had. But when you talk about hold on. But when you talk about De Zerbi, you don't talk about any of that stuff. None of that stuff. Sassuolo, what more can this guy do? Brighton, well, if Tony Bloom would stop selling all his players, maybe he might not want to leave. You can look at everything from different lenses. At Tottenham, he has the best opportunity he will ever have to have full control of a football club. It's on him to not mess this up just as much as it is for Spurs to not mess this up. Yeah. Spurs asked him to come in before the end of last season to help keep us up. He did that. Yeah. He did that. He kept up his end of the bargain. Flip side now. Tottenham have come in now. He said, listen, I want to spend money. I want to get players. Tottenham are keeping up their side of the bargain. So to me, you have a reciprocal relationship here. So anything else is just, like when Arsenal would finish second, the first time Arsenal finished second, and then the next season, people will be like, I think Arsenal are going to finish fifth. And it was based on nothing apart from bad faith arguments. And you would hate that. But that's all you're doing with De Zerbi and Tottenham now. You're doing a bad faith argument to justify why you think it's not going to work out between the two of them, even though all evidence so far indicates that they can have a fruitful relationship.
Can I?
Thank you, Jay.
Okay. Welcome. Can I provide a reply, Ash?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, De Zerbi didn't have the best ever season. In 2021-22, they finished second. In 2019-20 season, they also finished second. And in 2009-10 season, they won the league. So no, De Zerbi didn't have the best season Marseille has ever had in recent
memory. Most people would appreciate. I meant of recent memory. Not say who have won.
Okay, most people isn't your opinion. So I'm just saying that you saying that he had the best season when
I'm sorry. No recent memory.
Let Stefan now. Let me reply to your points. So
no, you're not replying to my points.
I did reply to your point. You just said he had a great season. Yeah, can I finish?
Yeah, concentration.
Marseille, without his amazing guidance and leadership, finished second 3 years ago, and 5 years ago they finished second without his amazing. But that's not recent memory, as you like to say.
Okay.
But okay, Second point, Højbjerg, in your insinuation that De Zerbi left because it's a shit show and the chairman is dictating things and stripped him of the captaincy. The reason why he stripped him of the captaincy in the context is because Marseille were screwed financially because your Messiah made them sign a ton of players, had one of their biggest transfer windows, messed up the season. The season went to shit, and they were financially in dire straits and needed to sell Højbjerg. Højbjerg,
what's that got to do with?
Did I interrupt you? Did I interrupt you? Did I interrupt you?
Because you're lying. You are lying.
You're the one lying.
To hear someone lie to your face.
No, you're the one lying. You're purposely missing important details to insinuate your bullshit. Which is not true.
Stefan, I said so many things about De Zerbi, but you're
okay. I'm gonna get to them. If you allow me to finish without interrupting me, I'm gonna get to them. Third point. Your bad faith arguments about De Zerbi and how he's gonna be amazing. I told you his spell at Spurs was nothing. He survived, but he barely survived.
Right, okay. So what point is that?
No,
what point?
He barely survived.
What point did I make for that point that you just made to make any relevance? I said specifically he came in before the end of the season and he kept his end of the bargain of keeping Spurs up. Spurs then said we're going to spend and we are keeping our end. The point you just made, this is what you do. It had no relevance to the argument, but it just was to muddy the water while we're having this conversation.
Muddy the water. The guy
all the time.
Okay. The guy who tried to insinuate that Marseille was in chaos, leaving out the actual details about
I didn't say they were in chaos.
On purpose.
I didn't say he was
on purpose.
No, Stefan, once again, I said at each of the clubs he was at, he gave them the best finish that those clubs had experienced.
But that's not true. That's not true. I just told you
Marseille did it. They finished second without him. So is second better than second? Did they do better?
You just said he gave them the best memory ever.
They have won the Champions League. They have also won
no, I didn't say the best. Okay, we've corrected the fact. I said of recent memory. He finished second in recent memory. They finished second without him. Okay, they were able to finish second without him. He did no worse. He didn't lead them. Where did they finish last season? Stefan, where did Marseille finish last season?
6th, I think.
After he quit in like November, they were a shit show because of him. What do you want about?
So if they were a shit show because of him, and then when he left, they were also shit. Which one is it? You can't have it both ways. No. Which one is it? Is it
if you allow me, instead of interrupting me, I would get to the points, but you can't shut the fuck up and you keep
Stefan, there's no way anybody is. Okay, so that's the first time.
You've been talking now. This is my part. You've been talking.
The first time you said something stupid. Ain't nobody here listening for you.
Okay, Jay, we know.
No, Stefan.
Just shut up and let me finish my
around
point.
the houses, make disingenuous arguments. Wrap it up. Wrap it up, Stefan. Wrap it up.
No, don't tell me to wrap it up. Just shut
up. Ain't no one got time for this, Stefan.
Stop interrupting me. Just shut up.
No one wants to hear you.
Can you shut up?
I certainly don't
shut up.
Stefan, the point of the view, we're talking about De Zerbi, yeah? I don't want to hear any of the bullshit from you apart from talking about De Zerbi. Don't be telling me to shut the fuck up. Focus on De Zerbi. Focus on the point we're making. And just make your point, and then we can all move on. Ain't no one got fucking time for you tonight, Stefan.
Okay.
Finish your point. Finish your fucking point, Stefan.
Shut up. Can you shut up? Thank you. Thank you. Shh. Okay. So the only reason I diverted to Højbjerg is because you started with that first. So that's why I wanted to address that. The second part, if you want to focus on De Zerbi and his amazing time in Marseille, after having a great season and finishing second, they had a massive transfer window in which he requested specific players. He then, the moment one of them being Angel Gomez, the English player, that he specifically requested to sign on big wages, he then in the first month dismissed him and completely alienated him and said he's not good enough for the squad. So he alienated a number of players that he personally requested for. And then when shit hit the fan, which had happened with that squad, when they started losing games, when they lost 5-0 to PSG, he basically quit, and they tried to stop him from quitting. And then he finally, after 3 weeks after that, he mutually terminated his. That's why your description of his time at Marseille is a little bit, how can I say, flowery, a little bit overly positive. But okay,
go on. Finish your point.
Finally, the reason why I don't have any bad feedback, I'm not as hyped as you are about De Zerbi, is because I saw what happened at Brighton, which is he has the typical effect of he does well in his first 6 to 9 months, and then it goes stale. At Brighton, that exact same thing happened, where he had a great squad, a far better team than you currently have at Spurs. If you go have a look at that side that finished 6th, and he was in a great position that year when he finished 6th, and then he choked it. He was 3rd or 4th at one point, and they dropped off in the final months. And then, of course, he didn't get along with the chairman, and then eventually they went down in the second season. I think they finished.
Did anything positive happen? Did anything positive happen in those time periods? Because the way you describe the periods, it's almost like, hey, who the hell were some of those Brighton players before De Zerbi started coaching them? Yeah,
who were they?
Who were they? They weren't even on people's radars. I'm trying to explain to you. You make bad faith arguments. Because at no point have I said De Zerbi is an amazing coach. De Zerbi is this. De Zerbi is that. I've merely said the clubs that he's managed are not worse off after him managing them.
Well, they are.
They're in good positions. They have good squads.
Right.
Like you're looking at this manager and you're giving him now the opportunity to manage the biggest budget he's ever managed, to buy the most amount of players he's ever managed, to not have to sell players.
Just to round up, sorry to cut you, man. Sorry, just to round up,
I got it.
Because I do want to get everyone's opinion on this. Where do you not see? Because this is a Premier League prediction show. I want to kind of predict. I want to predict because we're on Spurs. I want to get everyone's prediction on where they think Spurs will finish. And obviously, you were talking, Jay, so I don't want to interrupt you. I'll go to Jay first, and then I'll go to Gokes after, and then Deji, and then we work our way around. And
can I ask a question though? Because I know it's tended to the Zerbi show, but and I like that back and forth.
I love it.
I suppose this question is to Deji, to Jay, and to yourself.
Yeah.
Based upon that conversation, where do you rate? If we take just the Premier League managers, just the managers that are in the Premier League right now, not before, not after, okay? Where do you rate him in terms of like he's better than X manager? So for example, would you say that he's better than
Harry
and Hersley?
Yeah, I say Hersley.
Yeah.
Do you say he's better than Arteta?
He's definitely better than Hustler.
He's not better than Arteta. He's not better than
Arteta. Is he better than
Emery?
Maresca?
Emery, no.
Yes.
I'd say
same level.
Like same level as Maresca. I would say
actually no. I'm sorry, no.
Because Maresca's only done Leicester.
Hold on, Stefan. Unless you are an undercover Tottenham fan.
He did ask me.
I did ask him.
He couldn't help himself. I love it, though. I love it.
Is he better than Maresca? Jay, Ash?
Yeah, I think so.
I'd say similar. I'd say similar level.
Maresca, okay. What about don't upset me with this one. Is he better than my boy? Oh my god! How can
you know his name? You don't even know your manager's name.
No, it's not better than Emery.
No.
Hey? No. Emery's better. Emery's
better than Emery. I'm sorry, I'm interjecting here, but that's because I hate Emery.
Back it.
However, though, folks, in answer to your question, because it kind of answers the prediction. Sorry to throw it out there, Ash. I know you have the order. Yeah. I actually rate, because of the De Zerbi factor, I said that Spurs is best placed to finish second this season. Sorry to put it out there.
Wow.
And that's partly because Alonso is an unknown.
Is he better than Alonso?
I take De Zerbi over Alonso.
No. This is why I got to kick out.
Like I think Alonso's probably better. Alonso's probably better.
Hold on.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hold on. Is he better than Moyes?
Of course he's better than Moyes.
Not better than Moyes. He's not better than Moyes. Come on.
But Gogs, how many wins does Alonso have in the Premier League?
Exactly. You said based on the Premier League.
Alonso, wait.
No. But how many wins in the Premier League?
Yeah, but
hold on, Stefan. I'm talking to Gogs, please. Please. How many wins? How many wins does he have in the Premier League? That's my only thing.
Alonso's never managed in the Premier League.
Exactly.
Right. So I don't understand. We're just going off of like name and reputation of what he's done 2 years ago somewhere else, not in the Premier League.
Before Guardiola came to the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly.
Before Mourinho came to the Premier League, before Ancelotti came to the Premier League, we knew who they were.
Sure, man. But look
who they were. So you can't say to me in good faith.
Can.
I'm using Jay's term now. In good
all
faith,
those guys. I
asked you who's better. Steve Bruce or Pep Guardiola before Pep Guardiola came. You're not going to turn around and say to me, "Oh, Steve Bruce is better because he's had more Premier League wins than Pep Guardiola." Let's be honest. So
what I'll say though,
man, I'm asking you, who's the better manager?
But Alonso is not Pep Guardiola, and he's not Ancelotti. Okay. He hasn't got decades of experience. He's got but as an example, it's a bad example because remember, Alonso has had 3 years as a manager, not 20 years like Ancelotti, 20 years like Mourinho.
He won the Bundesliga against Bayern Munich.
Okay, he's done that 2 years ago. That's
but he's still done it. He's still done it.
Yeah, but he's done it in the
Bundesliga. Why are we doing that?
So my main point isn't that he's won something or didn't win something in Bundesliga. My main point is that his body of work is far smaller, far limited than what the managers that you mentioned. Hence why it's important to know what did he win.
Okay,
so De Zerbi has a far bigger.
Do you think that De Zerbi, and this is a hypothetical question, we'll never know.
Yeah.
All right, let me do it another way.
You can't say that one.
There's been brilliant managers in the German league, brilliant managers. Do we agree?
Yeah.
How many of them have been invincible? How many of them have been invincible? Don't act like, oh, he's just done it once. He just did it.
No, but wait, Gogs. How many of them have beaten the monopoly of the Bundesliga?
Exactly.
With Bayer Leverkusen.
Like, come on, bro.
Not even.
Come on, bro.
Not even with Dortmund.
Alonso's going to do at Chelsea this season then.
Yeah, I could have done it.
With Chelsea.
I mean, is he going to go invincible again in the Premier League?
If he's this big bad generational manager, what are Chelsea doing this season? All right, so Chelsea finished top 2 then, yeah?
That's like saying Arsene Alonso, yeah? That's like saying Arsene Wenger only got invincible once. Can he do it again? Like, you can't start saying things like that.
But
we're following the logic.
I would say this though, like the thing I pointed out before about Alonso, which I think is very important, is that we always talk about that just one season. We never focus on the seasons after and talk about his performances in those seasons. Or the season.
Right.
But, but he had one season with Leverkusen where, don't get me wrong, he obviously went unbeaten. He only lost one game all season. Yeah. In fact, right? That's crazy. But the season after, they dropped a hell of a lot of points, and then they went to Real Madrid, and obviously Real Madrid is a different beast, and we know that Florentino Perez is a dictator, so that was always going to be difficult for him. You've had better managers than him, stuff there, right?
What I don't understand then, what I don't understand then, you guys can't have it both ways then, because you lot tell me, you lot tell me Arteta's a good manager, and Arteta's been in the league 8 years, and he's only won the league once.
Yeah, but
in the same
7 years. Stop adding years.
Whatever. He had 2 years as an understudy. Yeah, and then he had 7 years on his own, or 6 years, whatever, and he won the league once. So you're saying, but in the same breath, you're saying someone like Alonso, he's only won it once. What did he do before? What do you
understand? Hold on, but you understand why I don't. This is why I'm very careful with these kind of discussions, and I've not co-signed any of the arguments that have been placed in front here so far, because once you tie yourself into one point, if you're not being hypocritical, it then ties you up into other points. So with regards to Alonso, say, it's like if you had Tuchel and you were like, is Tuchel better than Poch? back in like 2018. Do you see what I mean? That's kind of how I look at it. And I'm like, I hear it if you say Tuchel's better than Poch, but I also hear it if you say Poch is better than Tuchel. Do you know what I mean? So when I'm looking at it, do I think De Zerbi could have done what Alonso did in that specific context and everything? I'm going to say no. But then I'll also be like, do I think Alonso's finishing top 6 with Brighton? I'll be like, probably not. Like, I think it was
the guy that the coach after him finished in the top 7 or 8 like he did.
Right, but he didn't do it.
His point.
So what I'm gonna say is like game state, the way you see football.
Like Jay, don't soup over that point. Jay, don't soup over that point. Stefan made a fantastic point for once.
Which point?
He said we're saying that De Zerbi did so well with Brighton, finished 7th.
The guy the main
thing did exactly the same thing.
Yeah, they exactly made
that's a remarkable thing.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that like the Brighton team in the first place, in terms of taking that team to that the maximum of what they could get from that team.
Didn't take it, Jay. Come on, you know
this.
What
do you mean he didn't? Like, hold on, but if you
Thomas
take the
Frank,
team,
by the way, Thomas Frank. They said
one sec. We're not talking about Thomas Frank. We are talking about De Zerbi. Thomas Frank is wholly irrelevant. But right now, in this precise moment, in the subsection of my sentence that you just cut me off, why is Thomas Frank's name being brought up?
Because
there's no justifiable reason for Thomas Frank's name to be brought up.
Because both clubs are run in a structure that makes the impact of a manager not as much when he leaves. That's why Brentford maintained their performance when Thomas Frank left. When everybody, including me, thought that Thomas Frank was the biggest catalyst for their improvement in performances.
Now you're using
Brighton are exactly the same.
Now you're using Brentford structure and
they're exactly the same.
No, you're not. You're trying to use that to discredit De Zerbi for no reason when we've got.
I'm not using that. I'm not okay. Forget that.
The point is irrelevant. All right, cool. Thank you. System-based clubs sometimes because they have good.
Why did Brighton
mitigate the impact of their coaches leaving? Thank you, Stefan, for that learned point.
Why did the impact? Why did Brighton
interrupt you guys? Can I start this question before I go to bed? Is De Zerbi better than Glasner?
No chance. No chance. What do you mean you're not sure? No chance. How is he better than Glasner?
Ash. I don't think he's
better than Glasner.
He's not better than Glasner, but he'll do better than Glasner.
Is he better than Glasner?
No chance. How's that? What?
I don't understand you lot what you want. You just like I don't understand you guys.
Hold on, what's the point you're trying to make here, though?
Do you know what it is? They're measuring the metric by trophies. So, like,
no. That's how we're measuring. Glasner won a German Cup.
So it is trophies.
No, wait. No.
But look at it like this before Stefan goes. I just want you to look at this. Okay, so you can say, okay, Glasner is a better manager than De Zerbi, but let's say Tottenham have a much better squad than Forest. So the negligence of him being a slightly better manager is irrelevant in the grander scheme of things because they're close enough together that it's not as impactful a question.
Also, can I?
You make a valid point. The reason I brought it up though is primarily because Deji initially, and then you, Jay, in your back and forth with Stefan, was placing. I heard was De Zerbi such a good manager, and the circumstances of you having one game a week. There is that as well. You did mention that to give you credit. But primarily, what I interpreted was De Zerbi such a good manager that with everything, we're going to finish top 4. And as a rival fan, I personally think that De Zerbi is decent. But in my mind, I could name 7 managers at the moment in the Prem that I think are better. So I think that you are placing too much of an emphasis on his skill set. And I don't think... I'm not scared of Tottenham with De Zerbi at the helm. That's all I want to say.
Gokes also.
And these 7 managers, do they have better squads than Spurs?
But how does his squad have anything to do with the current prediction?
It's got everything. I got to jump in there. It's got everything to do because sometimes when we have these conversations, we don't talk about it holistically. It's the club. It's the It's the players, it's the manager, it's the mentality at the time coming all together. It's not just a case of like if you put Pep in fucking Coventry, he's not going to win the league with Coventry because you need the players as well, right? So you got to look at it holistically. You can't just we're isolating it sometimes to very basic way of talking about football when it takes a lot more than that. Like when Leicester won the league with Claudio Ranieri, no one would have said Claudio Ranieri was a world class manager. No one would have said Leicester were a world class manager, but they put it together and they won the league. So like when it comes down to it, like is Spurs a good team? As constructed, I think they are. I'm going to the predictions, which we were meant to do about 15 minutes ago. I still think that Spurs are at max 5th. I think more likely 6th best team, just because I think it's going to take a while to put everything together. There's a lot of change happening at once.
So which team? Since you said best 5th or 6th, which teams are they finishing?
We're gonna get to that. Okay. We just need a prediction from everyone.
Yeah. So 6 for me, but it wouldn't surprise me if they finish 5th.
Goals?
I'd say 8th. And I say that respectfully. But one thing I will say, Olu, you kind of, I feel like you contradict yourself in a sense. Well, you made sense, but contradict yourself at the same time because you're right. You can't just say that the composition of the team is one thing. But if you look at Liverpool, I think last summer we had the best transfer window of my entire 40-year-old life.
Winners.
But in terms of players on a piece of paper, I was like, oh my God, we've got the best player from Germany, the best player, one of the best strikers in the Prem. It's over. We got Salah. It's over. But that manager for that team, so you can't just
together.
Yeah, you can't just judge them. And this is a manager who won the league, and you're giving him the best players. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, but there's a lot more nuances than just.
There's a lot more nuances, but I just don't see. And obviously, I could be wrong. I'm not expert, but I just don't see that De Zerbi will make up 15 places. But you'll definitely finish substantially higher.
So what do we think of? What do you think of my man from Nottingham Forest? He's a toner. What do you think of my man that from Nottingham Forest that used to manage Spurs?
Nuno?
Came 18th. No, sorry, came like 17th. Nuno. He came 17th. Yeah, Nuno Espirito. He came 17th of Nottingham Forest, and the following season,
he's a good manager. I think he's a really good manager.
He jumped into what was it? What did he finish by the end of it? He almost got to Champions League.
I think he finished 6th. I think 6th or 7th.
6th or 5th, right? 6th or 5th.
Yeah.
Like, where do you compare the? Because you just said that you don't think he jumps up so many places. I just want to know.
I think you just said my point straight away, Ash. I think you just said
sorry, bro.
Just
sorry.
quite easily there. No, I think you said it quite easily. Right, for me, I'm not going to be doing what Deji's doing, ridiculous 6 second. I mean, that's deluded. But at least, especially if you get Mamouche and Savinho, even though I called him the worst signing of the summer, right, and they get Gakpo, right, I called bang average, but he's still better than our front line. It doesn't take a lot, right? We should at least get 5th or 6th, right? With Liverpool in a mess at the moment. With Man United in two games a week in Europe, with Chelsea, Chelsea are
1 game a week.
We're not finished above Chelsea. Not finished above Chelsea, right? Even though they've got Alonso, I don't really care. They know how to win, so we're not really finished above Chelsea. Man City on a mess, right?
Yeah, but they're still better.
Okay, you've got Bournemouth in Europe. You've got Brighton in Europe. You've got Fulham got a new manager. You've got 3 teams that I don't rate at all coming up right now. Yeah, exactly. Right? We've got 1 game a week. We've got the best midfield in the world, I've been told by Tottenham fans. Tonali. That is yeah, go on.
Who's better, Spurs or Villa?
At the moment, Villa are a better team. Villa are a better team, right? But, however, what's happening with Villa at the moment, we should be taking advantage of that right now.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not being funny. Right? We've been given the upper hand right now. Right? They've literally lost their best players. Right? But they shouldn't. I feel sorry for Villa, by the way. I ain't that Spurs fan, yeah? Right? I think they achieved a lot last season, yeah? Right? With getting Europe and getting Champions League and winning the Europa League.
That's a big achievement. The infrastructure's not there, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, it's not clearly because look what's happened.
Can I just ask a question to box office though as well? Sorry guys to chime in. So box office, you said that I'm deluded because I said second, and then went on to say that Man City not great, Liverpool not great because of the new manager, Villa, Brighton, Bournemouth, Fulham. So who are the 3 or 4 teams, since you're thinking Spurs will finish 5th or 6th, who are the 4 teams, 4 or 5, that is finishing above Spurs?
Arsenal, Man City.
But you just said that. You just
Chelsea.
You just said that.
Yeah, but Man City, I have to see it first before I see Man City going down. I still think they'll be in top 4. I don't think we'll be above Man City.
Man City have got Haaland. Just having
because
Haaland.
Because if Enzo Maresca doesn't start well, he's gone. There's no doubt about it, right? So I'm still a bit wary about Liverpool at the moment because their midfield is nowhere. I've got to be honest, that front line is getting very, very scary, and the defence. Even though they've still got a good manager in Aviola, Chelsea will finish in front of us. Man United, I think, will finish in front of us. It depends on if they can cope with Europe.
With their back line, you reckon, yeah?
I don't. This is what I'm saying. I don't know if they can cope with Europe. I don't know. Because they clearly couldn't do it a couple of seasons ago, and they are very reliant on Fernandes. And I'm still a bit wary about Believer.
Yeah.
Believer.
I was just going to add. I think on when we break it down, my statement isn't as wild as it first seems when you first hear it. When I said best placed to finish, because we are saying that Alonso is going to do a good job at Chelsea. That's not a given. Yeah, especially with the players that he's got. We're not sure. And I'll be very surprised. Maresca, I didn't like him at Chelsea. We're not sure. And they've just lost Rodri. Yeah, and we all know he's a big player. Then we're talking about Liverpool. We saw, we're not sure. We talked about the Areola factor. That's already free. We know Aston Villa can't do both champs and league. Newcastle, Eddie Howe's gone. So that's so when you're breaking down the
team, we have some.
I agree with everything you just said. You know, like I think that's so logical. But the one thing that you're missing off, you put a full stop too early. I don't think that Tottenham's stable either.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to
say. Oh my days. We are. I don't think you know how. Oh my God.
Let me just finish. You've just had. You had a manager for 7 games, and your manager in the 7 games was in survival mode with players that are almost completely different. So now you've got.
No, they're not different. They're not.
Hold on. By the time you line up next week, you're going to have 50% of your team completely different, playing a different style. Because when he came in for your last 7 games, it was we need to get a point. He wasn't playing his usual adventurous football that you're going to see now. So long story short, you are also one of the teams that do not have stability, but you're speaking as if you've been here like Arteta for some time and everyone else around you is on shaky ground. You're also on shaky ground.
No, Gokes. They're predicting that all these teams are going to decline, while Spurs are gonna.
No, I'm not saying
Sorry, one sec. I've listened to a lot. I need to just explain this point to both of you guys for you. Like, only if you're a Spurs fan can you understand how stable we are relatively to the last few years at this moment in time. You might not know from but if you're a Spurs fan, we are so stable. It's unreal how stable we are relatively to the last few years. So. And you can say that from the outside because maybe you don't see it. But to all of us, we've seen our manager like win us games with Jed Spence playing right wing, with like a midfield that can't pass, like defenders that can't defend. Kinski, confidence absolutely go. Like we've seen what the manager has done with nothing. Like he's had nothing. No, he's come in, he's got 14 players and everyone else is injured. First game, Romero gets injured. Yeah, like we've seen.
It wasn't Vicario. It was Kinski.
No, listen. We've seen. It feels like. Listen, what I'm trying to say is we've seen the manager do stuff with nothing. No midfield.
Nothing. Van de Ven.
Stefan, shut up for a second because you're not understanding the point.
That's not true.
Oh my! It's fucking. Do you not think Fernandez and Tonali is like? It's like giving Gordon. Like giving Gordon Ramsay.
No.
It's like giving Gordon Ramsay Wagyu beef when he's been cooking with fucking McDonald's meat.
Okay. But
on God, that's what it's like. And for you to look at that and not understand that a manager giving him players like Van Heck and Senesi when he's a build-up manager, but he's been playing with Danzo who can't pass, like Paulinho who can't pass, and you can't look at the huge material.
Spence, you can't pass.
You're being disingenuous. That's the point. The players Spurs have brought in allows, like United went up like however many places buying Mbuemo and Cunha. Are you telling me if we buy Marmoush, Gakpo, Fernandez, Tonali, Senesi, Van Heck, Spurs fans are not entitled to think we can jump 10 places? Why are we not entitled to think we can jump 10 places when they jump 10 places with 2 players?
Jay, let me tell you from experience why that doesn't work.
And they sacked their manager.
Jay, let me tell you from experience.
They had one game a month. They had one game a month.
Jay, let me tell you from experience why. Jay, let me tell you from experience why that does not work. Because that's exactly where I was last summer. I'm looking back at you like you're my young boy saying, this guy's going to learn. Hold on. Are you telling, this is what you're saying to me. You're saying, oh, we buy Tonali or blah, blah, blah. That's like what we were like last summer saying, if we buy the best young protege in Germany, we buy one of the best strikers in the Prem ever.
The league is a
Hold on. We match him with the most prolific right winger in the Premiership. And then we have the... It doesn't work like that, bro. And then we match them players. Listen to me. We match those players with a manager who's just won the league, which you don't.
Sorry, mate.
Hold on. Listen to me, bro. Listen to me for a second. We match these exceptional players. Then we get Ekatike, who is prolific.
Can you stop hyping Liverpool?
We match those players with a manager who's just won the league, okay? Right. And then saying, "Oh, we're gonna, this is what it means." It doesn't
Can you
work
stop hyping your players?
You haven't seen it. Shut up, man. You haven't seen them play together. Right. You haven't seen them play. Someone put this guy's mic on mute.
Goats, the difference between, and Olu, go in a second. The difference between what you're saying and what happened with Tottenham is you had a team that finished first. You had a team that finished first, and you decided to take parts out of that team and change them. You didn't know what the new parts were going to do in that team, but you already had a team that finished first. Spurs are replacing parts that finished 17th. It's totally different. Yes, because
that's not true, though, Jay. That's not particularly true.
What do you mean? Right, so you're telling me. Hold on, listen, guys. Before you go, you're honestly not being disingenuous, and you're saying you don't see a material difference in swapping Bazuma for Tonali. You don't see a material difference.
It might not work, though. You know that, right? You know that.
Of course, one guy's doing balloons.
Wait, 1 second.
All he has to do is not gamble, and he is 3 times better than Bazuma. That's all. He literally needs to not gamble. As long as he doesn't gamble and doesn't do balloons, he is better than Bazuma.
I was going to say, so there's a couple of things, right? Or one main thing, right? The jump from 17th, I think, to 6th is a lot easier than something like 5th to 2nd, right?
Agreed.
And the reason why I say this is this: like, you could take Arsenal as an example, and obviously I'll use Arsenal as an example. When we finished 8th and we signed all those players and we jumped to 5th, right? Forget there was just 3 positions. The way we played was vastly different from the season before to that, right? So, and again, we use the Man United example. I know correlation isn't causation, but again, we saw 15th to 3rd, right? It can happen because I think that gap between those teams who take points from each other, you just have to be better than those teams. It gets harder when you have to be more consistent to finish first. This is where, like, when Deji talks about, like, second place and third place. That's why I laugh, because I'm like, I don't think Spurs will have the consistency to be able to have that, right? But I can still see them having enough. Okay, you've been drinking too much Ogogoro. That's what's happened. Okay, I think.
Can I be after
that's
all?
You can, of course.
Yeah.
The 17th to anywhere in the top 10, and possibly 5th and 6th. I think they can be more consistent this year than the teams they have to beat to get to that. Because
because you've got one game a week, although that's the thing as well.
I don't believe in this one game a week, because unless you're out of all the cups, like in theory, you're still going to play multiple games a season. Like,
but you're not playing 2 games a week, right? And if he's the best coach going, right, and by the way, to your theory, Poch's first year at Tottenham, right, had a crap squad. Right, he didn't have Harry Kane first time round because he only came halfway through the season to save him from his job. Right, we finished 5th, right, with that squad, right, with youngsters of Mason and Bentaleb, right. We've got Tonali, we've got Fernandez that everyone jumped up about, right, that got relegated twice, by the way, right. We've got Robertson, who's like a Brussels sprout that is going to grow on me, right? We've got Senesi that everyone's jumping up about, right? And we're going to get 2 halves of Man City's front line, right? So, as far as I'm concerned, right, this guy should at least get 7th or 6th.
Yeah, that's fine.
That should be at least.
What we said, if he gets 8th, he should get fired. Is that should he get
bro, it's a side eye, bruv. It's a side eye. That's what it is. Side eye.
It's definitely a side eye. If he's who we think he is, he gets top 5.
Yeah, 100%.
He's never gotten top 5 in his career.
And also,
I know who I think. I know he.
That's what I say. We know who this guy is. He should deliver on our expectations.
Why?
By
the way, speaking of,
you just said something to me that really provoked me. Because you said he's never got top 5 before, but that's the same argument people said about Arteta winning the league. He has never won the league before. At some point, if he's good enough, he's gonna break that. Like you can't just put it on.
Respect,
time for that.
Respect.
Yeah.
Always the Stefan whisperer. Always the Stefan whisperer.
That's true. But let me just answer the some of the claims that Jay said, that he basically compared the Spurs team to a bunch of fucking. They're like,
are we still here? Are we still here?
No, Stefan. Sorry.
No. Because this is what Spurs fans like to do, where they overhype.
What do you mean? No, I've said we should finish top 5. That's it. Like I've said it. I've said it's.
I didn't even finish. I'm not talking about this year.
What do
Spurs fans Spurs fans bigged up him surviving last season as if he had this horrendous team of players that couldn't stay up. When if you look at the players that you say such a different team, he gave Pedro Porro part of that horrendous defense for the last 3 years. He gave him a massive new deal, the club did. He gave Van de Ven, another player of that terrible team, Netherlands international, Porro World Cup winner. He gave Kinski, who had a calamitous game against Atletico Madrid, and who then had a few good games after that. I thought he was dodgy against Chelsea, screwed up against he cost you that game, Kinski.
What was his save like?
All these players are still in the team.
What was his save like against Leeds? In your words,
he made a big time save against Leeds. Okay.
What were your words specifically? Was it not? If not for that save, we would have lost the game.
But then he.
No. Just
yes,
can you say it out loud?
Yes, I said that.
You said he was dodgy and he had a few good games, but when you're having a different argument against me because you're disingenuous and you don't keep your arguments in line,
because you try and cherry pick.
Because how you told because you tried to tell me Leeds should have beat us, and then you said if it wasn't for Kinski, you would have lost the game. But now, when we're having this discussion right now, You don't mention the fact that Kinski saved us that game.
What I'm mentioning was that same keeper that was part of the shit show that was Spurs last year got a new deal and the #1 position at Spurs. So you keep saying that your team is far different and all of that. Madison is your fucking captain. You have the softest captain. Is he our captain? In the Prem.
We're spending 1 hour 45 minutes on the 6th best team in the league.
That's no. You watch your mouth when you talk about it.
I told 17.
Jay, I told you already. You're bright.
That's what I'm saying. You see the meme? You fucked up. You should have relegated us.
Exactly. True. Actually, that is actually true. That is actually true.
Back to the conversation, and we're highly relevant. Whether you like it or not.
We didn't fuck up because we need that 6 points every season. So
actually,
it's fair for you to be in the team.
Let's see, bro. Let's see.
Can we move away from this cockerel on the ball team?
Okay, final thing.
No final. You're not Jerry Springer. You're not Jerry Springer.
No, we don't no more predictions. No more predictions. No more predictions. No more, please.
For me, it's 8. Yeah, I want predictions from everywhere where we think Spurs will finish.
Just no explanation. No explanation.
No explanation. No explanation. 8th.
All right, cool. Olu?
Yeah. I already said 6th.
All right, sorry. 2. Where's Spurs finishing?
I have to wait for the 2 weeks to finish. 2 weeks.
This guy.
You got splinters on you. You got splinters. Toon Tactics. Say your answer, man. Give you a prediction, bro.
Ash. Man. What about you?
Me, I think we'll finish. You know what? With a 6th.
That's splinters. 6th. That's beyond splinters.
Nah, that's not splinters. No way.
You're part of the big 6. You said, oh yeah, 6.
Alex, what about you?
I said 7th. If we get the strikers in, it's 6th or 6th.
So one position.
Finally, ding, the countdown to Jay. Where's your prediction?
It's no countdown. My manager's who I think he is. We finished top 5. That's what I'm saying.
No, Jay, don't do that bullshit. Where in the top 5? Where is the top 5?
No, hold on. It's irrelevant to me.
Where is the top 5, Jay?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're not going to win the league. Whether we finish 2nd or 5th, it doesn't matter to me. We're not winning the league.
Don't worry, we can come back.
If you finish don't do this. Don't do this.
I'm just asking if you finish 5th.
Liverpool.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm delighted with 5th. I'm fine with 6th. I just think we're going to finish top 5. I'm not saying the limitation of where we can finish is anywhere from
this is
top
such
7,
a non-answer. So you know if they exceed their expectations.
It's not enough. Hold on. You asked me. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Listen, you man out.
No. Wait, you're not out to ask my question.
I just want to say I'm out. I should have left when you man said that.
I got questions.
Better than Glasner.
Yeah.
I should have left when you man said that Deserby's better than
No, I have a question.
Alonso. Who's better than Alonso?
What did they say? They said Deserby's better than Emery.
Alonso.
No.
Better than Alonso.
We never said that.
Hey, Goku, I can ask you a question.
I
got a question. Goku, before you go in it. No, don't go.
What's going on?
I just need to know, like, was you being serious when you said 25 million was great business for Curtis Jones?
I never said that.
Brother, did you? Is that not who was in the chat?
No, bro, you're high.
Is this not the Liverpool fan? Is he not the Liverpool fan?
You know what you need to do? No, it wasn't me.
Oh, it's not you. I thought he was preaching that, bro. People are going to say I'm racist now.
Yeah, bro. We know what the same. You know what I mean?
It was past.
It was it? No, it was. I'm telling you now. I'm in the chat right now.
Yeah. All right, screenshot it.
And it was goats, bro.
No, it wasn't me.
It was preach will say no
to
matter
say,
what
bro.
Liverpool does, it's great.
Listen, man. Yeah, I keep confuse Konza with Preach, man.
So I'm trying to say, bro. I think we all look the same. That's mad, bro. Anyway, you know what it is? These guys, they smoke weed late at night, innit? And then they have munchies, and then they just.
Hey, where's Liverpool finishing, bro? Where's Liverpool finishing? I need to know where Liverpool finishing.
Well, before I go there,
I need to know where Liverpool finishing. Where Liverpool finishing, bro? Huh?
Top 4, man. Fuck that.
Oh my
Oh wait, who's HR? Who's HR?
Yeah.
Who's HR in the chat?
Huh? Me.
Oh,
Who's HR in the chat?
Oh, there's no HR.
no
It's
idea.
wild out here, first. Wild chat.
No, it's I don't have the number saved. It says like there's a little squiggly line that says HR.
Is that Hanif? Or is that no?
Hanif.
Oh, is that
Liverpool
Hanif?
fan.
Chelsea fan. Chelsea.
Oh, okay.
Chelsea.
Bro, I thought it was when the Chelsea kid there,
my
Deji.
bad.
I thought it was when the
He's the
Chelsea
only-
kid there from.
That's what
Hell no.
That's
The only Northern Chelsea fan, probably.
This guy's such
Probably
a
in the
diva.
UK.
Only Deji will do.
Well, I'm not
James,
hiding. I'm
James
just
Pierce
saying,
and
man.
that. James Pierce.
Costume change halfway through. Only Deji
Hey,
will do
lads.
that.
What do we think about Liverpool, though, man? Let's talk about that. I want to know about.
You know what? I've got a good question. Yeah. Right. Everyone likes to talk about my newly arranged squad about 2 games a week and all this shit. Yeah. But I didn't hear one question for the last 45 minutes of listening in the background. How can Liverpool sustain 2 games a week when they've got this manager who loves to play pressing football all day long,
Trained them
and
really
they
hard.
barely have a right back and a striker?
The one thing I'll give Iraola is he's he just just give him 2 planks of wood and they're gonna play some football. Like he was spawning players I've never seen. But as I said before, that James Hill, I was talking about this on another thing. I was like, James Hill, they just spawned him out of nowhere, started playing centre back, doing a good job. Like they sold all of his defenders last season, got a brand new defense, doesn't cry about it. He's got a front 3 of like Clivert, Brooks, Tavernier 1 week. Next week it's Ryan, Evan Nielsen, Krupi. Doesn't bother. Like the guy is just very adaptable.
The other part though is that like I'm not being funny, but Bournemouth aren't coming up against low block, mid blocks every week no more. Like they came up against people that wanted to put the game to them, meaning exploiting space. Everyone that's left Bournemouth have looked absolutely shambolic. Maybe bar. In my opinion, anyone that goes to a team that's expected to attack a team or defend in a high line have been absolutely crusty. Maybe Barcelona. So I'm just wondering, when the transition isn't on, how does it look?
Let's be real though, Cass. Like, first of all, Liverpool and some of the, all the players, yeah, but they still had times when they've had to play 2-3 games a week, right? So like, it's not like Liverpool is new. I'm talking about the older players. So when you think of when Klopp first came, when Klopp first came and he got his team into Europe, right? And they played rock and roll football. They played high octane football, and they played 2-3 games a week.
They finished 8th,
but then they continued playing a version of it because he evolved it, but they were still playing high pressure football, right?
Mane doesn't exist no more.
I know that, but I'm saying there's still examples where you can play high octane football and still play multiple games a week. It's not just that you play high octane football.
Oh yeah. I agree, but not when you're
But you have to have extremely durable players, which he doesn't have.
That's fair. But also, if you look at the players they've bought and the players they've actually got, we cannot lie and say this team is not experienced in playing Champions League football alongside, like, in their respective leagues. So you look at Wirtz, you look at Frimpong, not a great player Frimpong, of course, right? You look at Ekitike, who played in the Europa League, where he was playing Thursday. I'm just saying. Isak has played in the Champions League and then played for Newcastle. Right?
No, he's never. He can't sustain it, Olu. That's the issue.
I understand that. I'm just saying though, if you look at
the players know what it is to play Wednesday, Sunday.
So even
does McAllister?
Yeah, but that's because he's slow. But even
so now we're making excuses, but that's fine.
No, but what I'm saying though is that like, even if you want to say just by the players knowing what to do, how to prepare, like they've gone through that experience, right? It will be in with them. So the reason why people look at Man United a little bit differently is because last season, when it looked like there were more games a season, and I think it's incorrect because I think
we had a Garte.
Of course, I think it's incorrect when people say this one game is.
That was our backup.
When people say this one game is when people say this one game a season thing, I think it's nonsense to me, to be honest. I think teams are better when they play more games, to be honest. Like, but the thing that happened last season,
Yeah, more sharpness. We waited 3 weeks to play a game and we lost the Leeds because they played an extra game.
But that's not you lost
the Leeds because
you lost the Leeds because
they
waited 3 fucking
weeks.
To do with it. We went pre-season turkey cold.
If you players say they like repetition and having to play more and more games. The problem is that there's too many games, so they burn out, right? But if you ask any player, they'll rather have less of a gap in between and just go through the momentum of playing because they have the best recovery, they know what to do, and that's why look at the top teams. Look at Man City for years, right? They played multiple games a week.
But because they have the biggest depth, that's why. They have the best depth. That's why Man City look good.
Do you know that's this whole depth thing is the biggest lie? Because when you look at Man City and you look at the number of games that the starters played, they played actually a lot of the games. They didn't rotate as much as
okay. Which team had better depth than Man City? Why did Man City win so many League Cups over the years? Because they had the best depth. Because
go and look at the teams that played in the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals. It was the main team.
Of course, for the biggest games, including in the league and then in the quarterfinal, you're not going to rotate as much. But can we stop like this delusional take that?
My depth is looking real good after I get that left back.
But just let's do a most recent example. When Spurs finished 5th in their first season under Ange, they had 1 game a week. When they did Europa League, they got many more injuries, and they finished 17th. But so if you look at every single team, especially teams that are new to Europe, the following season when they're in Europe, their performance in the league goes down.
But the
results are against you.
But Liverpool are not new to Europe. That's the thing about it, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Is like we're doing this thing where we're saying the manager is new to it, but he's gonna have staff around him who understand like the complexity. He's gonna have like what's it called? Doctors and physio who tell him right.
Sports scientists and stuff.
Sports science. He's not on an island on his own. It's not like he's just going. He's not FIFA that he's doing. Like he's got like the bars whether it's red or blue or whatever it is, right? You know what I mean? Like he's gonna have science behind him telling him, and you've got players who understand how to prepare for multiple games a week because they are professionals and they've had to do it through their careers.
So where do you think they're gonna finish then, Ollie? Where do you think they'll finish?
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah, where do Liverpool finish? This is a prediction. Premier League show.
I would say
and I didn't get invited. It's crazy.
You're here now.
I would say 4th. I would say 4th, and the reason why I say 4th is that I just think that I think the midfield is easy to bypass. I think the midfield is easy to bypass, and I think
they got flying wingers and shit. They're gonna score bare goals, man.
Guys, Szoboszlai and Van
Dijk in 5th.
Guys, Szoboszlai and Van Dijk by December are gonna need a dialysis machine because they're gonna have to play every single game if they're to be successful. Like you guys really underestimate his training style. Which, if you look at Bournemouth, where he had 1 game a week. He always had.
Oh, now he applies.
he always had top 3 with injuries. And when you get a coach that gets a lot of injuries with injury-prone players like Alexander Isak, like Joe Gomez, like Connor Bradley, they get more injuries usually. So I don't know how you guys can say that they're for 1 injury to Szoboszlai or 1 injury to Van Dijk and they're finished. They are done.
Where have you got them? Where have you got Liverpool?
7th.
Inshallah.
7th. Their depth is horrendous, and their reliance on players that are not that reliable. And
Tottenham 8th.
Yeah, Liverpool 7th.
I don't know. So it's going to be like
who are in the top 6 then?
It's going to be Fulham and Brighton.
We're going to get there.
It's not going to be Fulham and Brighton.
No, because it's important. It's a great thing. You shouldn't have brought it up because now he gets to think. Because he would have been like, this team's going to be 9th, and then he would come the end of it. We would be looking at his league table. And it's like
I really don't.
I have Brentford 3rd.
No, I really don't because last year when you were praising Liverpool and how great they were, and I said they're not that good.
Wait, Stefan.
I turned out to be right.
Stefan is a negative fortune.
It's negative fortune teller. No, Jay, I'm right.
No matter what it is, it's like Stefan's like, hey, it's raining, but the weather report said it's going to be sunny. Well, it's like you can listen to the weather report.
I was right.
Take your umbrella because
I was right.
And then if I take my umbrella 30 days.
Jay, I was right.
Wait,
day 27, it rains. Stefan, you bet your life will remind me for the rest of my life how correct he was. 26 days of sunshine, nothing. Day 27, it rains. Stefan,
was I right? Was I right?
Stefan, could you tell me any other takes Jay might have made and got wrong last year, please? Last season.
I don't make many takes that I get wrong.
You must remember. You're like a encyclopedia.
I don't. This is my point. This is what Stefan does. Is
let him talk. This could be good for you, Jay.
I don't remember a lot of his takes, but I remember the Liverpool one because he really pissed me off about that. It was so nice.
But Kaz, in rebuttal, did I not say Arsenal were the favourites before?
No, you didn't. No, you stop bullshit.
Nah, Jay was pretty keen on Arsenal last year.
No, he wasn't. He said Liverpool.
He was keen on Arsenal, man. He was keen on Arsenal.
Stefan, yes, I was. And originally, when I talked about it, Kaz, everyone was getting onto me why I wasn't saying Liverpool were going to win the league.
I was one of those.
Everyone was getting onto me.
Well, not in the cast.
Yes, because you're infuriating.
In our WhatsApp group, no, not in my theory. In our WhatsApp group, it was like this. If you're gonna try and do this bullshit revisionism where you act like you believe Arsenal, we're gonna win the league, Jay. This shit isn't gonna work with
Stefan, your problem is anyone that doesn't salivate over Arsenal, you think is an op. I'm not an op.
I didn't want you to salivate over Arsenal
as much as you. That doesn't make me an op.
Salivate over Arsenal.
Stefan, you salivate over Arsenal.
Can we get onto more pressing matters? Jay,
can
we get his top six?
I want to get two. Yeah, no, I'm trying to get there, but like two.
Okay, top six. Ash, are you asking me for my top six?
Yeah, because if he's got
Liverpool,
Liverpool,
we're not there yet.
Okay, Liverpool.
Liverpool. Oh, sorry, Ash. I apologize.
Don't try to put Liverpool in your top six.
Wait.
I'm gonna do them now, Jay. It's not a problem for me. I'm not gonna beat you and try to be on the fence and say top five.
Allow it. Let him give us his top six.
No, wait. We're getting there. Don't worry.
Can I get
Two's got 10 minutes left. Less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, can I get Toon? Can I ask you a question? Philip, where do you have Newcastle finishing?
Newcastle?
I haven't got any predictions yet. Not for 2 weeks.
Relegation.
So right now, if you get in,
Danny.
One second.
I think, mate.
He's not hiding behind a puppy, like. He's got a deep voice. Relegation. But he'll be hiding behind a puppy.
Probably Goku. But what's it called?
It's not Goku.
I just wanted to know,
Where is Goku coming from?
If you sign
go,
Gonzalez, where do you have Newcastle finishing? Philip?
I didn't hear the first part of what you said.
If you sign Nico Gonzalez, where would you put Newcastle in your estimations?
Still got 2 weeks to go. Still got a lot of players to go.
Oh yeah, he's hurt, man. All right, it's all good though.
I said it from the beginning.
Yeah, you don't like his manager
because you don't want to talk about Newcastle, but Liverpool.
I don't mind talking about Newcastle. I just don't have it like the next 2 weeks. We've just today we heard that Tottenham are buying two. We just heard today. Before today, we just heard that Tottenham are going to be buying Savinho, going to be buying. Obviously all these other players. I think we're speaking too early. I think there's just so much more business to be done.
Eddie Howe post glow up for Toon's looking crazy right now. The gym works.
I like the gas that you've got now that you got for Believer because you weren't making these late phone calls before that.
Nah, I didn't think we were gonna put money down. I didn't think we were gonna put money down for him. To be fair,
Phil, this was him when they got Amrabat. Okay, 2 seasons ago, he was jumping around.
Amrabat attack.
I remember.
Ollie, I'm so glad you're talking, because I know factually before you went for Bruno Gomes, you went for Baleba and he said no to Arsenal.
Of course.
Yeah, he actually rejected.
That's fine. Who cares?
So when the hand of Arsenal, hand of rank comes out and says,
and then Baleba World Cup.
Man, that's all great, man.
That's what I like. You know what I like about you, it's like,
oh, thank you, Jay, man. Stroke my ego, man.
You're excited about Baleba, and I think he's a good player. However,
don't mention Tonali.
However,
don't you dare.
As a person,
I'm just saying.
Tonali's average. Do it,
Jay.
Oh, bro, listen, bro. First and foremost, there's a reason why
he's average,
you're gonna end up. First of all, No one has said what the fee is yet for United.
I'll be back.
They have. They said
fee?
it's between 65 to 70 million.
No, they said 65 was below Brighton's expectation.
Yeah,
like,
but
just slightly below.
Slightly.
Yeah,
like,
so United, you're gonna pay 70 to 75 million for Baleba. Let's say
don't add 10 million.
Hold on, 70 to 75 million for a player that's had two very good season. One very good season.
Agreed on this one.
That's it. Baleba,
I would say the same thing.
In his career, Baleba's had one good season.
All right. No, two. Actually, no, he didn't, because before he got that move to thingy. Lil, okay. Okay, so Lil was very impressive.
Wait,
I've got a question. How many good seasons has Tonali had at Newcastle?
Tonali.
Don't say last season.
If we take away his drug ban.
And last year, and last season.
He's betting bad, bro.
Tonali's been good for like 80% of his Newcastle time.
No. Because if we're deep in it,
dude, that's fair.
Tonali last season was very much below average.
Right,
it was below average, but the thing is, though, you're not counting the fact that he's. And I'm not here to be a positive fan like Jay, but I'm just going to talk the truth. Okay. Is that if you watch him at AC Milan, he was actually very good there.
4 or 5 years ago, was fucking Crimea River, man.
Yeah, but still, that still counts.
5 years ago, you know,
that still counts though.
No, but wait,
top league.
5 years ago, fucking hell. Wait, Toon, what shoes was you wearing 5 years ago?
Probably the same ones I got now.
Yeah.
It's a tight economy.
He's the worst guy to ask that. He's like,
big up. It's tight economy out here, man.
Trusty Timberlands.
So don't get your money up, man. Get your money up, son.
Kez, are you actually proper happy with Baleba if you get him? Are you proper happy with him?
Who's that, by the way?
It's Danny.
Danny.
Oh, is that Danny? Oh, big up Danny, man.
Everyone big up, guys, man.
No. I wanted Baleba was not my first choice. I will still stand by it. I want Sander Berg over anybody, right? But
why do you love Sander Berg so much?
He's Sander Berg's a good player, though.
But anyways, I can.
Kaz,
wait,
Kaz,
hold on,
do you want to know what picking? No, Kaz, I gotta explain this to you, guys. Okay. Picking Sander Berg is like if you have a niece or nephew and you take them to the sweet shop and you say you can buy anything you want from the shop, and they come back with a fucking swirl, and you're like,
"What's banging?
Jay,
back in 2003."
Amrabat. He saw Amrabat tackle Mbappe, and he went, "That's the guy I want on my team."
No, don't do that.
Guys, nothing.
Olu, respectfully, Olu, yeah, you was repping nunts before you was repping fucking Arsenal.
Olu just waffles, Kaz, all the fucking time.
Hey, Danny, shut up, man.
Wait, when I first met Olu, he was embarrassed to introduce who he supported. So he made up a French team name from the Ligue 1. So don't give me that. This guy's only jumped on the Arteta bandwagon after all the shit he was giving Arteta last year if he didn't.
Me?
Oh, hey,
hey. He's one of those, man. He's one of them, man.
Yeah, man. People, don't let's not discredit all bar Stefan and bar a few others like a Gal and all the toxic positives, right? There was the other lot. Do you remember there was the other lot that were getting squeaky bum time when it came around March when he started dropping points, and Olu and the rest of them in the chat were getting stressed out. Jay, am I lying? Jay, am I lying?
Olu, you were definitely like that, Olu. 100%.
Ash, I was here every week. Was I stressed?
He was stressed. In the chat, he was stressing out. Stop it.
Toon, was I stressed?
On the show, you were calm still.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's what Oli wants to
say. What did I say? No jeopardy. No jeopardy.
To be fair.
Why are you?
He was.
Anyway,
why are you asking
I'll go back to the question.
Ash is a nice guy. He's never going to go against you.
But on the show, he was.
Oh, but anyways, long story short, yeah, I'm happy with Baleba. I can see what direction you want to go with him. I'll be real. I just didn't expect. I thought Brighton would want like 100 million.
Why?
Why? Because the market is what it is, isn't it? Like you, like I'm seeing crazy stuff.
Let me tell you something, Kaz.
This is Tony Bloom we're talking about here, not anybody like.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Bro, you want to know the last team that thought they were getting a defensive midfielder deal from Brighton was? It was Tottenham when they bought Bazuma.
Chelsea.
Chelsea
when they got
Yeah, that's true.
Tony Blue.
Yeah, but
beware of Tony Blue selling DMs on the cheap.
But the reason because he had allegations around him as well. Do you not remember?
That's why I said Baleba is Basuma without balloons. That's all it is, man.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. That's good.
That's actually quite good. I give you that.
No, but no, Cass, but Cass, like, aren't you like spending 70 million when players like Manu Kone was there, still available? Other players that are maybe more natural sixes, because you still don't have per se. Yeah, Tielemans can.
We don't play with him.
That's Kaz's and Ash's favorite go-to players, Kone. They both of them. You've been talking about them all summer.
But you got to factor in one thing as well. When it comes to possession kind of coaches, the obsession with like left-footed players that can play, I think, is also something. I think the fact that he's left-footed and creates that angle that I suppose naturally other players don't have is
but
could be a big factor.
Passer. He's not a passer, Cass.
I didn't long passing he is. He can pass.
You can
he's
do
not,
yeah, but that's why he's more defensive, isn't he? That's why they've got like Fernandez.
That's how you want to utilize him. To be fair,
yeah, but now I'm like, why did they buy Santos?
It's like for me, I think there's what Baleba adds with Man United, no matter what, is a tactical flexibility. You can play in many different ways by just having that, which is nice because of the freak profile that he actually is and what he can become at own because he's only 22 years of age. So I'm not mad at it because boy, look, I've had a window where journalists were trying to link me to Tyler Adams.
Tyler Adams was
Tyler Adams is a. They wanted 60 million.
Tyler Adams is really good, Cass.
Nah, he can't progress the ball at all.
Yeah, but he can. I'm fed up of this fucking obsession with players that can pass like
another Bournemouth man that gets injured all the time.
And you want more ball.
No. The thing, CJ, I know you're gonna agree with me on this part, yeah, bro. See, when it comes to ball progression, when it comes to these sides, like my manager, your manager, the type of manager they are, and what they want to do, you can't have more guy crunches. I'm sorry, it don't work like that. Tyler Adams is good at winning the ball, but when it comes to doing the thing like called play football,
he's good too. He's not bad on the ball.
Yeah, not bad is not good enough.
He can play. He can play right back. He can play left back. He can play DM. He's a good football player.
You buy him then. You like.
To be fair, you said you want Baleba to play left back. That's what you said earlier.
No, I said see the vision.
See the vision. Oh my.
See the vision.
Isn't Baleba more like defensive-minded player though?
He can do everything.
No, but Danny, that's my.
Okay, what's going on?
That's my issue. They've signed 3 midfielders who are good on the ball, but Baleba is physical and stuff. But none of them off the ball are very good. Tielemans is poor off the ball.
No, he's not.
Santos is not physically.
Yeah, go on. Talk about Santos off the ball. I dare you. I dare you. Say he's shit off the ball. I dare you.
Okay.
Because I, Stefan, I know you do your research. Do your research about him off the ball.
He's not a good defensive player. He's not a good defensive player, man.
All right.
No, I think recoveries. I think he's not as strong. But defensive,
recovery, maybe not.
Yeah,
maybe
big
not.
Spaces he struggles with.
All I'm saying is this, yeah.
He's giving big spaces, man. The only big space around here is Olu.
That might just whatever. All I'm saying is this, yeah. Kaz, yeah.
I'm gonna go, guys.
Don't make me diss you, Kaz. Don't make me diss you. It's too late in the night. All I'm saying is this, yeah. That Man United midfield, do you know what we call it? Barbecue chicken. That's what we call it, barbecue chicken.
You're basically saying my midfield's tasty. I hear it. Safe.
Barbecue chicken.
We like barbecue chicken.
Easy food.
Good to Stefan, man.
Well, you want to talk about easy food, but when I had a slower midfield with Casemiro, Mainu, and Bruno dropping deep, we bossed your midfield at your gaff.
What a trophy.
Yeah, but you.
What a trophy.
You know what I call that? You know what I call that?
Wara trophy.
That's what I call barbecue chicken. Easy food. And how about this? Your Ash's new midfielder and your new midfielder, both home and away. Baleba ran rings around both of them.
Hey, okay, do it again this year.
Yeah, but I don't worry. Casemiro already done it with Declan Rice and that. We'll do it again.
You ain't gonna do shit.
Actually, in
I'm not seeing
How about this? In both games, home and away, we ran rings around your midfield. So what now?
I can't wait to play Man U still. But hey, what's our predictions? I don't even know where we are now. Man United.
Where's Stefan gone? Where's his top 6 gone, man?
I don't know. Where's Man United? What's it about Man United's predictions? I know he cut quick, innit?
Wait, Jay's got a really nice house.
Yeah. The apartment's it's nice still. But yeah, Ollie, what you saying?
I'll put Man United second.
Man United, where have you got them? Fifth. I know Cass has got them second. Yeah, go on. Where have you got them?
I've got them 5th.
Of course he does.
Danny, what you saying? Man United?
Where is Man United finishing?
Yeah, where Man United
Man United right now, I think they're finishing 6th.
Serious?
You're talking shit, man. That's why you sports.
Do you know why, Kaz? Because you haven't strengthened enough, man. You ain't strengthened enough.
Who?
And you're in the Champions League. Like Carrick hasn't done too.
Respectfully, my second line. Where do you have Tottenham first and foremost?
If we sign those 3 players,
if
what are we talking? Are we talking now? Or are we talking like right this minute?
Whatever. Hypotheticals. I don't mind it.
You can sign whatever you want. My backup lineup is better than your first team lineup.
It's
whatever you get.
It's obviously
Rashford starts for you.
It's not.
Sesko
It's not,
Kaz. Amador and Mbumo starts for you. Take your pick.
Yeah, and Mbumo starts. 100% he does. Yeah.
All of them start for you.
No, obviously.
But the difference is, Kaz, you're going to be playing Champions League football, so the intensity...
You're relying on ACL fitness merchant James Baddison to turn up, and you've also got Kulusevski who hasn't played for 18 months.
It seems like...
not if we get those 3 players in. If we get those 3 players in, I think we finish 5th.
Maybe bar Jay.
I think we finish 5th.
Maybe bar Jay. I know Jay drinks from the Spurs Kool-Aid of the Zerbi of whoever he wants in it, yeah. But see me... I call Cody Gakpo for a good reason. Cody Gakpo, yeah. Savio scored 2 goals in fucking 2 seasons, yeah. And I think he's going to be better. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's going to be significantly better. So regardless of what you tell me, Dominic No Lanky with his 1 ankle, yeah, and Kudus
so
not even back fit. Kudus, yeah, he's not even back fit. Respectfully, like there's a lot to go for or to desire with that front 3 to even know if they're even going to gel. See, the thing is, one thing I know, even Man United, you'd have to agree, Jay, as well. When you watch Man United with Sesko, Mbumo, Cunha, the relationship took a while to develop, and it still is developing.
Yeah,
you forget about that part, and you know who's the confident in all of that, no matter what. Bruno Fernandes with his 20 assists.
100%. So
there we are.
My point on United is, I do think like Baleba, Santos, Tielemans, Rashford coming back. That is stronger than last season. It is stronger.
Actually, yeah, Rashford. I forgot about Rashford.
Yeah, Rashford's a thing. Like I forget about him too. But I'm like, if you add him in, so
I'm about to put the light on him. I'm an idiot.
Judging them fairly, I do think United finished top 5, but it requires Bruno to be similar, not the same level, but if you give me 10-15% less, they'll still be there.
People forget
versus Spurs. Yeah, my thing here is that what Spurs are trying to do with, like, obviously,
not get injured.
Well, they're ball progressors and yada yada and bringing it. I don't see why one can't look at, say, Gakpo and Marmoush coming in and they can't have a similar impact to an Mbuemo Cunha coming in for United.
Because they're different. Because they occupy the same spaces.
Yeah, but no. But what I'm trying to say is like, for example, if Spurs bring in Gakpo and Marmoush, they're basically adding 20 to 25 Premier League goals.
I disagree, but go on.
Well, I think that's fair. I think
15. You're getting 15 out of them
between the 2 of them.
Yeah, I think they don't do as because they like the same space too much.
Between the 2.
Yeah, but I think they get about 15. And I think Gakpo probably gets a lot more assists than people what he gets credit for, even though I think he's shit. And he needs a 2-man partner up front to even work. He's predictable. Marmoush.
Thing is, though, if we sign those players, Kaz, right? If we sign those 3 players, if you look at the players we've got, once they're all fit, the way that I think the Derby wants to play is he wants them to play in a very fluid system, right? So you're going to get the players like kind of. I'm not saying like the type of quality that PSG have, but in the same kind of way where you see the players playing different positions. Even during the game, some of them, if they're drifting out wide or one player's drifting out wide, you'll get one player running in the middle, run down the channel, right? So it'll just be different. So I think that's what he's aiming for, which is why I think if they can gel, I think we'll see a lot better out of the players that we have seen from Liverpool and from Man City, for example.
Yeah, but that's a big.
I think
it's a big if. Yeah, you're right.
No,
it's a big if.
How about this? You know what? Let's get. Are you beating Brentford away? Come on.
I mean, like,
I think we will.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
I think we will.
And also, you forget you still got, whether you like him or not, you still got Kinky in goal.
I'm not sure if we beat Brentford.
Oh, I like Kinky, man. Kinky's good.
I'm not sure we beat Brentford with our current 11 with what's available. That'll be a tough. If we beat Brentford with what we've got available, yeah, we're on for a very good season.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I agree with that. But I think you see Gakpo. For me, Gakpo's not a like, he's played false nine before, but he can't do the low nine thing, and I don't think Marmoush can do the low nine thing either. But I think they could play off each other. Yeah. That's what I reckon.
And also, if you've watched us, like how we play, like number 10 in Tottenham system has no build-up responsibilities whatsoever. You could literally
supposed to be a free roam.
Yeah, you could basically stick Gakpo in that role or something, and you could play it like as a support striker, because he's not expected to do anything. A lot of the time, our number 10 gets the ball in the hole and is running at the opposition. So yeah, I do think, you know, I think if Spurs bring players in, I think it depends on how high you have United. If you have United third or fourth,
I'm second.
I've got United third or fourth.
I got United second. For me,
got them second though.
I think we build off more.
I don't.
That second game a week.
I'll be real.
The centre backs are why United can't.
Heaven's gonna. You're gonna know about Heaven.
I don't see how Heaven's gonna bench the Zandro.
But anyways, I say every year, second, third, fourth. I don't really give a shit in the order. My thing is, it's just bragging rights. So it's the same. It's the same objective.
That's what's funny. That's what's funny. Everyone here is arguing about who will be the
yeah, exactly.
Ollie wants to finish on the banger. Go on.
Yeah, you guys are arguing about the best place loser. To be honest, I don't really care, man. Just run me the second Premier League medal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, be your fifth you've ever seen.
Doesn't matter. I've still seen it, right? Some people haven't seen one, so it is what
that's
it
crazy.
Is. That is what it is. So listen,
name names. Name names.
They know who they are. They know who they are.
Carry on.
Look, if we don't make that Champions League final again and get some revenge on PSG, something is totally wrong. That's how far forward I'm looking at this right now. I think Arsenal best place to obviously win the league right now. The only thing I said it last week. The only thing that will stop us is complacency, and obviously, like, because I think I said last year that the best team Arteta had to win the league was last season in terms of just depth, right? And at the start of the season, I think going into the season, not losing too many players, it's going to be less about depth. It's going to be more about, are they motivated? And obviously as well.
Do you play the same though, or do you think Arteta changes it?
We don't know yet.
But the one quick benefit is that, like, the system itself, like, they're going to get more out of the same system. Because if you look at Zubimendi last season, the one criticism I would say of him is he doesn't break lines with passing, and he doesn't dribble. So basically, with Lewis Skelly, you've got one person that's going to dribble, and then Bruno Guimaraes, you've got someone who's going to break lines. So you could basically play the exact same system with two playing in the game, alongside Rice, and you're gonna get more than you were getting last season.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And also,
that's true.
And also, what the thing about the midfield is that, and I know, listen, it's more than just the midfield. We've obviously got an attack that needs to be better than last season, right? But you've also got combinations in the midfield, and that's the good thing about it. Like, it's not just at the start of last season. I remember he said he wanted starters and closers, not substitutes, right? And at that time, it didn't really make sense to me. I was like, what are you on about? And then through the season, I understood it. And now, seeing what they've bought now, it even makes more sense in the sense of, like, you want to be able to just change around and not lose the quality by replacing a player. So this is why I think that it's going to be more down to complacency. I think from a system standpoint, I think Arsenal system is going to continue to be very hard to beat. I've always said Arsenal not going to win every match, but they're going to be very hard to beat in every match.
That centre back told me that when you lot bought that centre back again, I said, yeah, them man are going for the same thing.
Same thing.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
but before you go, sorry, go on.
No, I always said that the thing I always thought was that going into this season, and this is why you've always asked the question: do you think it'll be more attacking? And obviously, the Man City game happened, and you can think that it's more attacking. I believe that it's still going to be more about controlling the game more than attacking the team. So
you can do that when you got Bruno Gomes, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, so control without the ball.
Exactly.
And he's
so
not going to dirty.
You're going to ask the question though before.
You know, I was going to say, what's your top 6? Because I'm going to have to do it this way because I wanted to go through everyone's team, but everyone's cutting now, innit? So just give me your top 6.
My top 6 will be Arsenal first. I still think City will finish second.
I think
City will finish second. It pains me to say this, but I think Chelsea will finish third.
Oh, Chelsea. Oh, ahead of Man U. Interesting.
Yeah. I think 4th will be Liverpool, 5th to be Man U, and Tottenham will be 6th.
That's not a bad shout.
Yeah. I think Villa will drop off. I don't think Bournemouth will have the same sort of season.
I need to get the Villa fan back on. We're gonna get
JM.
We're gonna get JM on, man.
Yeah. So that's my top 6.
It's a tough one because teams like Leeds and Brentford will be knocking.
Leeds? What, top 6?
I think Leeds have got a good
chance. I want to ask who you think their surprise packages. That's what I was
Leeds.
I was going to say Leeds as well.
They're definitely just remembering how they played against United and us at the end of last season, and they've
improved. Yeah.
So I'm like, they look good. I think
Harry Wilson's a big signing for them.
Yeah, true.
What do you think, Danny? He starts for you lot, don't he? Harry Wilson.
What's that?
Harry Wilson.
Does he start for us? No, I don't think so.
I think you're really forgetting about Kudus.
Nah. Right now he does. Yeah, with the fucking players that we've got right now.
So had a poor season for West Ham, and then he got injured after.
Yeah, but he was having a good season for us.
And then obviously his hamstring.
But he was having a good season for us. Like he was having a.
No. He started off well, and then he fell off.
Nah, but your context of falling off is.
Remember, Ollie, do you remember that drought? Do you remember that Kudu drought? Onto that one.
Yeah, of course. But he was right. He was obvious.
But Jay wants to talk about Belabor.
But
listen, like Belabor was Belabor was getting fed by 40-year-old.
Doesn't want to bring up this poor West Ham.
Because Belabor had a much worse season than all these players you're comparing him to.
Yeah, but Kudus and Belabor arguably had the same impact.
No, they didn't.
Kudus was brilliant before. He had the highest GA in the Premier League before he got injured.
Most amount of dribbles, but you know
it was on par with Bruno Fernandes.
He got tripled up.
Actually, the thing we'll pull up on Jay on this though is this, right? Because I know this.
By the way, Jay,
we both had the same argument about Kudus versus what's his name? The guy? No. The West Ham guy, Bowen. And I said Bowen. The reason why I like Bowen over Kudus is that
Bowen
the defense to go in a straight line. And I remember Jay agreed with me in that. So
I agree.
This is why I'm like, okay, that's not.
But you know,
the same point of me with Mark. This is very
But the thing when the comparing of Kudu, like these players, I'm not. It's like when you like put your hand up if you hear someone better. I'm like, Mbeumo, I'll take Mbeumo over because of output, but like. In terms of then Ahmad, I'm not taking Ahmad over Kudus. No, absolutely not. Do you know what I mean? So there's different levels. Obviously, Kudus needs to show his levels and like what level he's at and stuff. But like I say, I think
he's sick, man. I'm not gonna lie.
United,
Ahmad.
I'm not gonna lie.
I just think it's a really interesting Premier League. Every week, you know, you go Bournemouth away, you might get duppied.
What Bombers we get tomorrow?
That's gassed.
My surprise.
Wait. Who's your relegation? Real quick.
The three that came and going
obviously Newcastle.
Wait, can I put a rogue shout?
Yeah, Newcastle, 100%.
I'm gonna put my rogue shouts. I'm gonna have rogue shouts here for relegation. I ain't got them in there because I've got the other three because it's easy to kind of do. I think Crystal Palace or Fulham might be fucking poor.
Fulham definitely.
Or Palace, like you're replacing Lacroix with Desarcy.
You know what? If Fulham do well, I'll be shocked.
Yeah,
like,
Fulham haven't changed their manager. They haven't changed their players too much.
Yeah, but Fulham have. They've added youngsters in there, and it's like that doesn't bode well, you know.
I think Abrola is going to be how do you say his name?
First manager to get
Arbeloa.
We'll be there next week, Monday Night Football, when they beat Chelsea, though.
I know, of course.
I think Chelsea might belt to Aston.
Look at Chelsea's record at Fulham. It ain't been great.
But yeah,
Chelsea. I think Chelsea are going to do as well. People think they are this season.
Ash, that dark horse, Nottingham Forest.
What? They're attack
Forest.
What? They just lost to Anderson. No fucking chance.
I'll be real. People forget.
Glasner.
People forget.
Yeah, true.
Remember,
exactly.
Brentford,
Think deeper.
No, remember. Brentford just about missed out on European football, and I think they've actually improved their team.
They're a dark horse.
I think they're gonna do again serious.
But Leeds are over them, I think. But
they ain't got a better team than Leeds. Go on.
FA Cup. FA Cup.
Fucking hell, we're doing all of that.
Just because I don't want to say
the same Millwall, man.
Millwall.
It's gonna be. I think cheekily. I think Liverpool win it.
Yeah, League Cup, quick.
League Cup.
League Cup.
I think we'll win the League Cup.
I was gonna say, right, you're not putting Arsenal in there. Okay, cool. And then what? I was gonna say underachiever.
I've already said it.
Newcastle.
No, that's relegation. It's a relegation.
Okay.
Probably Aston Villa.
Yeah, Villa.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah, screw Emery.
Yeah.
Lastly, what's your the flop of the signings? He's a flop signing. He's going to be the biggest flop of the signing.
Morgan Rogers.
Tillemans.
Tillemans.
Big up.
I think Tillemans was right, actually, though.
I might go to a rogue shout and say Elliot Anderson.
I'm just hating on Cass, that's all.
Danny,
love, man.
See you later, man, Ollie. It's good to see you again, man.
Yeah, of course, see you, man.
And Anderson's underlying stats, they're good. So if he did flop, it would be a bit of a surprise because he has good underlying stats. So Rodgers is an interesting one. I'm trying to think of who's gone big. No one's really. Spurs have really gone big, but I really don't see either of those two players flopping.
Spurs is a midfielder that you don't expect to get goals and assists, so it's like
exactly. So it
has to be an attacker. It has to be an attacker.
Yeah. I would say.
Well, if Liverpool get Barkla, that
might. I've been saying this, Kaz. I've literally been saying the same thing, man. I don't think Barkla is as good as people think he is. If he comes to the Premier League anyway.
Where do you? Because it's always difficult, I think, because when I'm speaking to Spurs fans, a lot of Spurs fans, they're very much like, why don't we just buy such and such winger? Yeah, and it could be the range is insane. It's like from Götze to Akalush to Lookman to like just the breadth, Nusa, and every single one of them. They're like, we should sign them. And obviously, immediately, it's like, well, if you sign one and they flop, you're immediately going to say, why didn't we sign one of the other three? Yeah. And if you don't sign any of the three because you think you can do better, then you're going to be like, well, why didn't we sign one of the four? So, like, where do you place Barkla then versus other wingers?
He's going to football. He's up there, man. He's going to fuck people up. He's just his speed alone.
How up there is up there?
I think left wings are shit, so fuck knows. Top 7, maybe.
I mean, top 7 is not really.
Yeah, I don't know. You know,
I'm not spending 125 on top 7. Like
that's what I mean. I don't think he's going to hit the levels.
All right, for output, then let's measure it. Then output. What would you say is acceptable for Barcola?
I'm gonna need 10-10.
20 GA.
15 goals, 10 assists.
For the price that you're going for, I saw worse when Pogba came in. Like I need the same sort of shit, man. Like if you're coming in for, like, let's be real, it's not even just him. It's Isak and Verts. It's the same thing.
Yeah, true.
I think
Your
20
their
GA
attack
is
nearly consists
elite.
of 100 million plus players. You're just missing the right hand side.
I feel more than 20 GA from the wing. Like play 20 GA off the wing. That's
first season.
that's elite.
First season.
Yeah, that's elite. So if you give me 20 GA from the wing, you're
he's not getting 20
GA.
Not in the Prem. You know how hard it is to get 20 GA?
That's what I was trying to say. Like that's
what I mean.
But
So he's got to be up there with like Son levels, like Son Heung-min levels, like not world class, but like top winger.
That's why, like, I'd rather, even when you see these players, these 60, 70 millions.
Yeah, but like, Jay, Barcola was your guy. I remember you. You used to love Barcola. Oh my days! I remember it was Turkey and Barcola you used to love. I remember.
Yeah, Leon days were cold.
Hey, on X, you used to rave about Barcola. Hey, that's the first time I clocked Jay on X. I was like, rah, Barcola. All right, cool.
Because you know what it is, we've got a plan that we need to gang up on Monts, so we got to put this is literally the year of the reckoning for Liverpool and Monts.
I hear it still.
Who do you boys think's better, Doué or Barcola? Who would you rather have?
Doué's
yeah,
way better.
Yeah, for me too.
Wings, the midfield. He's a bit more versatile. He's cleaner as well. Like technically,
I prefer.
Yeah.
I like Doué a bit more because he shows up a little bit.
Jay Obed, man. Jay, I remember we got a stream in like 12 hours less. Like,
shut down the stream, yeah? Should I shut it down?
I've got work in between them, but
yeah, I know. Easy go bed, man.
All right, Daddy, what's your top?
I love you.
Shut off, man. What's your
top six? Okay, I'm gonna go Arsenal. Yeah. I think Man City will finish second. I think. Actually, no. Do you know what? I'll be serious. If Man United finish it strongly, I think they'll finish third.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think Liverpool fourth, Tottenham fifth, Chelsea sixth. I don't think Chelsea are going to be as good as everyone thinks they are. Personally,
I think Chelsea will finish ahead of Spurs. I don't know why.
I'll give you my predictions.
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. Spurs probably.
Sixth, is that?
Yeah, Spurs in sixth. And FA Cup, Man United, Carabao Cup, Man United, safe, done. If City can do it, I can do it. I don't know.
Hey, so Jay, you said yours, yeah? You said your top six, yeah?
No. I'd say Arsenal. Whoa.
It's hard, isn't it? It's not easy.
It's really difficult because it's
hypothetical. We're not judging you off it. Don't worry.
Yeah, no. I think the difficulty for me is like at what point I don't really know anything about City. Do you know what I mean? That obviously that first game was a bum slapping, but like I'm almost like I'm placing no. I'm you know, like when you're like it's preseason, you can't put too much emphasis. Like players won't fit there.
Yeah.
I'm also like I have nothing to go off with City.
Just have a guess for now.
No, but that Pep document, like if you'd asked me this a day ago,
I ain't seen it yet. I hate to watch it.
Yeah, so I've got the Pep documentary.
Out of 10, what are you saying?
No, I've not seen it yet, but I've seen some of the clips online.
Wait, Hugo Viana that's Ruben Amorim, bro.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at the players' demeanor and how they are,
especially
and how they. And I'm just looking at them, and I'm like, oh, did Pep was it Pep squeeze the absolute most out of these guys?
What you saying? They don't rate Enzo Maresca.
It's not that I don't rate him, but if you look
the players.
I don't think they do, Kaz. I don't think they do.
But if the thing is, if you look at the clips, the disappointment that Pep has in the players, like for stuff and things like that, I'm almost thinking like, what is Maresca gonna get out of these players more than Pep? Like if they weren't
dissecting that squad as well, man.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm really interested to see what they do, and so I'm not sure about City second, but then you basically
I hear it.
Liverpool. I don't know what they're gonna be like with under Raiola.
They could be fiery, or they could just be like they could flop.
So I guess by default, maybe United.
Remember, Bournemouth got like 19 draws last season. You know that.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm trying to say. Bournemouth
19 draws is mad.
Second.
Hey, what a stat!
Kaz, have you lost any players this summer, or have you just improved?
I don't know.
We sold a lot of youngsters off. Finally, who have we actually sold? We were meant to sell Garte, didn't happen. I think Xerxes going to stay. I think it makes sense now for him to stay. There's no point if you're going to tell me you're going to get fucking Mateta. I don't think we. Hoyden went. Nana's gone out on loan. Biyinde's gone on loan with obligations. Who else went? Made money on Greenwood. Yeah, I don't think we ain't had a major outgoing. Because
actually, if you look at it, then Man United actually they've strengthened because Rashford
Casemiro left, obviously.
Casemiro left.
Because next year, I think Luke Shaw's leaving on a free. Maguire's leaving on a free. And obviously Mason Mount is probably going to leave with 1 year left. I think his contract's going to get terminated.
I actually think then Man United could actually maybe finish third this season, or maybe Kaz is right, maybe even stronger. But because now Rashford coming back as well, if Rashford performs the way he did it,
because it's 2 games unknown for me. But
if he performs the way he did at Barcelona, like this season, he'll make a massive impact on United this season.
But defensively, innit? And then sometimes his head just drops. He's a bit purple.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
He's got to stay focused.
Cup games, Champions Leagues, probably be his bag. Don't mind.
Tell him to stop going tape in it, man.
But I don't know. Like I was watching the tapes from Rashford about he don't work hard for Barcelona. Like he was. Like, have you seen his metrics were pointing up there?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were.
And I even when he just come back for us, like for he only played like 20, 30 minutes. Like he was still winning the ball.
Like what is Carrick got that needle though? Like if
if he's gonna fucking need it, he's gonna need that.
That's what I'm saying. If he gets out of line, can he punch him up? Can he pull him aside and say, "Bro, my dad was Fergie." You know that.
The thing is with Carrick,
he's created like a unity, hasn't he? Like a family feel.
It's only because like when you look at Carrick, he's got such a poker face. Kind of reminds me of Ferguson. You don't know what they're actually thinking or feeling. You might get a smile, but more time, like he's got a poker face going on. But clearly, he seems to the players seem to like him, and he seems to know how to talk to people, innit? So I was more impressed with the fact that
after Amarim, you're gonna get.
I was more impressed, with the fact that when he spoke on the questions about, he kind of called out the board saying we need more, but it's the way he did it. So it's like, all right, you're not a pussy, but you didn't also throw players under the bus saying you're shit. With the way he said that,
emotional intelligence,
and
all that social skills.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I just like the fact that he's actually English as well. Like, for me, it's that I don't know, man. There's obviously there's not many British managers out there, so the fact there's one that lacks possession is mad.
By the way, last bit, I'm gonna wrap up after this. Do you reckon it'll be like top 5 still, or you reckon it'll go back to top 4? Because I'm looking at the teams in Europe.
We got bare.
Teams a bit weaker.
We got like 8 teams or some shit.
9
teams that aren't they weaker?
No, it's better for us. It's a cheat code.
Yeah, it's better. It's much better for us.
I'm slow. Why is it a cheat code? Why?
Because coefficient points.
Yeah. So.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Coefficient.
How high the teams finish.
It'll get averaged out, but it'll still we've got more chances in it. Like if you buy more tickets to the raffle, you can win. So obviously as well, 9 teams is insane. That's like half your league.
Yeah, it's quite crazy. It's the most ever, I think, for English Premier League.
So that's going to be interesting to see the impact. The league last season. So it's really funny, right? I was playing. I had a game of Football Manager. I was playing with my friend, right? This was like months ago, and I was Spurs and he was Arsenal, and we're doing it. And I think we started another game, like we were Championship teams, but Premier League teams. But there was a thing that happened like 2 seasons in, 3 seasons in, where all the teams in the league started getting money, and everyone was able to buy good players. And just every year, the teams that were finishing in the top 6 and the teams that were getting relegated were so random. I actually feel like we've reached the same consciousness as my video game. because I'm really why were teams that were good last season and got 50 plus points, why will they suddenly not get 50 plus points again?
How much points does it take for Spurs to get fifth?
I think 66, 67 will do it.
How many wins does that equate to?
I think that's if we win 22 games, I think we'll make top 5.
Which is actually doable when you deep it.
Yeah. That's true.
So what you like?
I think that's what's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because we haven't seen a league where so many teams are playing in Europe, and I don't think right now, if you look at even the top teams, like Liverpool right now, if they don't strengthen, they're looking a bit funny. I think Man United probably strengthened the best out of those teams. Mm-hmm. Arsenal, obviously, we know that they've got the best squad overall, and they're going to probably bring in one more player. So I think it's going to be really interesting, and Chelsea as well. Iraola's never managed 2 games and multiple competitions that he's going to have to manage with Liverpool, and they still need players. So it's going to be interesting, man. I don't know. I think it's going to be completely different to what people expect.
Sorry to cut you. Just to finish off, Himifi, obviously, small ITK in Spurs community. He says, understands that Omar Mamouche has spoken to Robert Zerbi and is eager to join to be used as a 9. Feels likely to reach around 150 million, including bonuses. They want to double deal agreed, as they feel it's better bargaining chip when it comes to negotiating with City. Deal is very advanced. If completed, they will wait for Barcola and or Mbaye moves to materialize and move for Gakpo. That will very likely be the business done with RB, most likely not to be auctioned until January/summer, as previously stated.
Well,
yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, it's good news, so I'm going to believe that it's true.
Cool. On that note, any final thoughts, lads? Any final thoughts before I wrap it?
I will. Well, it is like
Jay needs to get to bed.
No. One thing.
Someone's going to pick up your show, like.
One thing is having money, yeah, but like De Zerbi's like seemingly had a good impact on conversations with players. Like he's been quite prominent in these chats, and seems like he's helping us get some of these over the line. Which is,
you say you don't need a director of football? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe
if he wasn't there, we'd be fucked. Honestly.
Anyway, any final thoughts, Cass?
No, I'm just better than all your teams. You know what I mean? So I'm good.
You can find Cass whenever a file for them, man. I don't know. Watch the playback. Big up the show. Danny, what you say, man? Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I think I can't wait for the season to get going, man.
Are you ready for it? Pumped.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm pumped, man. Yeah, especially if we get these 3 players in. It's the best window ever.
When Brentford smack you 3-0, you're gonna be on Savage channel crying.
No chance. Dad's gonna watch just so you can see that.
On that note, listen. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show